All right, hello. Um, this is going to be a one-time thing, or maybe 2 or 3. I don't know. It's not going to be a thing. Basically, I randomly just felt revisiting a classic. It's been ages since I played Making Lovers. Like, I'm pretty sure this is one of the pandemic VNs I read, and this was before I started like uploading stuff. Anyway, like in general, like not even like random ass gotcha games. Like this, I remember reading this, but there's only one route I'm interested in reading anyway. As if the opening song wasn't obvious about it. I don't know. I'll probably just do 1 hour, 2 hours today, and I'll go back to recording Sakura Moyu because I was in the middle of it, and then I just thought of Karen, and I just want to read again for a bit. And who knows, I might actually finish at least Karen's route. Big might. It's a big. It's a highly likely I won't. But it depends. If you see the description have like a playlist, then it became a thing for at least for one route. At least for one route. But for now, I'm not intending this to become a thing. Anyway, let's get started. I'm just gonna keep it like this. Kazuma Takanashi. Yes.
アコ、今日はお前に父さんと母さんから超重要な使命を与える。
何急に。
それは我が息子、つまりお前のお兄ちゃんにいい加減彼女を作って今月中にここへ連れてくるようにと伝言を頼みたい。ちなみに連れてくるなら俺好みでもある日系アメリカ人、カリフォルニア州出身、やや日焼け気味快活美人にしろと詳細を事細かく。
Sorry, I suddenly remembered the actual Japanese Americans I know. Anyway.
自分で伝えてよ。
あいつくらいの年になるとなかなか親子で腹を割って話せないんだよ。させてくれ。
Yes. Our Emoto.
でもお兄ちゃん、
But she doesn't have a
恋愛の
route.
話になるとかたくなに自分の主張を崩さないのはお父さんもお母さんも知ってるでしょ。
ああ、でも
Oh wait, she does have a route. I forgot. I actually never checked out Akko's route. But we'll continue with Karen's route.
もうこの際、最初の彼女はクソみたいな女でもいいと思うの。
よくないよ。どういうこと？
だっていくら傷つけても動じない女の方がある意味初心者には向いてるんじゃないかって最近考えるようになってね。
Got a base, Rasad.
ほら、あの子にはどうでもいいスライムレベル1みたいなそういうクソ女と遊ぶところからスタートすればいいと思わない？
ダメだよ。だって仮に付き合ったとしたらそれお兄ちゃんの初カノでしょ。そんな人と交際したら絶対妙なトラウマ抱えることになっちゃうよ。
Oh yeah, now I remember why I didn't think much about Akko's route. She's non-blood related, so I don't care. No, I'm just kidding.
いいのよ。男はね、多くのトラウマを抱えた数だけで大きく成長するの。それは女も同じこと。わかる？
わかんないよ。それで今のお兄ちゃんに引きこもり属性までついたら一体誰が責任取るわけ？
だったらこうお兄ちゃんの方は諦めるからお前の方が早くうちに彼氏連れてきてくれよ。俺は早くお前のいけすかない男の顔をでっかい放射ずらして殴りたいんだよ。
もうわかった、わかりました。今日はもともとお兄ちゃんとこ顔出す予定だったからそれとなく行ってみます。
頑張れブラッドン。
大学入ったら絶対に一人暮らししてやる。私のお兄ちゃんは 変態です無駄にエッチでわがままで口も悪いし偏見もひどいし羞恥心も薄いと思います。
We are so back. We are so back, man.
でも優しいところもちゃんとあるし私は大好き。最近は春に入社した会社を辞めアルバイトをしながら給食活動をしているそうです。先週聞いた話だと今月はアルバイトに加え夏休み子ども相談ダイヤルのボランティアまでしているとか。私よりもずっと地域に貢献しているお兄ちゃんは大人だなって。最近は妹としてちょっと鼻も高かったり。それじゃあ行ってくるから。
アコ、彼女の話とは別にたまにはこっちに顔出せってあの子に念を押しといて。
はーい。なぜ自分で言わない。
Mushy mushy. Summer break line helpline. I hang up. What a waste of time. Mushy mushy. Summer break helpline.
カブトムシを握りつぶしたら死にました。どうすればいいですか？
That's the Yasumi break helpline. Anyway. That's your fault. Deal with it. You know what? I'm just gonna read full in English. I'm too lazy to think in Japanese. Which is weird. Summer break is harvest time. In addition to the summer hotline gig, I got a freelance job writing book reports for school children. This may not sound lucrative, but the realistic style and content when writing has earned me quite the reputation. Right now, each report I turn out nets me 20,000 yen.
なあ、そのバイト割りいいのか？
Yo, Kakeru. Fucking, I just remembered 9, man. Anyway. Yeah, extremely. I earned 5,000 yen for just 2 hours of work.
すげえな。いつも思うけど、お前どうやってそんな仕事見つけてくるんだよ。
Great secret. We humans can weave as big a network as we want, as long as we're willing to put forth the time and money to build it, that is. Anyway, you're here to smooch some food again. Sorry, but you're a shit out of luck. I haven't gone shopping in a while.
Ah, ああ、平気平気。今日は飯目的じゃないから。
Then, what are you here for?
お前、俺が普通に遊びに来ちゃダメなのかよ。
Fuck no, you aren't. My room is a normie-free zone. Fuck them normies, man. Just that sound effect just now. I remember it's so abuse in Umineko. I was like, when I heard that, the first thing I thought was Umineko, man. I hate it. That's the first thing I thought about. You're just here to brag about your girlfriend again, aren't you? I'm fed up with you, you dick-born cock-brained playboy.
いや、それがさ、最近俺あいつと喧嘩してて。
Nijigen. Oh, now that no Nijigen. What's the term for normie again in Japanese? Fucking Nijigen's like the one who's into 2D, right? What the fuck? Ryaju. Okay, now I remember Ryaju. How could I forget? Fucking hell. Ryaju Bakahatsu. Anyway. Huh. Who gives a shit about grumblings of a girlfriend haver? Does this guy not realize that describing his little lover's quarrel still comes off as ragging? Well, you've been having a spat with your red lip, fur-browed girl. It's been smooth sailing for me in my wonderful Ergo life. Speaking of which, I just bought the Ergo Ahegao Piss Academy yesterday. I'll go boot that up. This ambitious game is a traditional school-life Ergo, except jam-packed with extremely niche fetish known as Ahegao.
これどんなゲームなんだよ。
A game where every character ahegaos from the start. Incidentally, I'm in the Imoto Yumi-chan's route right now. She always comes to wake you up with an ahegao.
多すぎだろ。
He just doesn't understand the appeal of the chaotic world, a 24/7 ahegao like I do. I'm about to get to Neichin, so can you please leave? I know I've got a lot of fetishes, but jerking off in front of you isn't one of them. I'm deprived. but not that deprived.
まあそう冷たいこと言うなよ。実は今日な、お前にちょっとした提案があるんだ。
Really?
ああ、理想が高くて口だけ毎日彼女欲しいとか言ってエロゲやりまくってるお前に、実は俺から紹介したい超有料物件があるんだよ。
I'm not going to a mixer.
そう言うなって。3人も女来たらお前も気に入る子が1人くらいいるかもしれないじゃん。
I can always tell exactly what he wants to say in a matter of seconds.
大丈夫。好みの子がかぶったら今夜はお前に譲ってやるからさ。
Yeah, this is why real world romance is bullshit. And the girl who goes to a mixer is automatically dead to me. You might be having a lover's quarrel, but you still have a kanojo, don't you?
それはそれ、これはこれ。
Sure, that's why you have your lover's quarrel, bro. I smacked the man-slut upside the head with my Ahegao Yumi-chan's Daki Makura. On the other side, this reversible Daki is a half-naked Yumi-chan wielding a nail bat, ready to kick some serious ass.
待て。でも本当に今日はお前におすすめの子がいるんだって。
How many times do I have to say it? If she's going to a mixer, she's dead to me. I'm gonna put Ahegao on your face.
お兄ちゃんいる？近く寄ったから顔出したの。お昼まだなら一緒に食べよ。
Hey, dick for brains, turn off that computer and hide all the irregular.
意味わかんねえ。お前ここまでやって妹にはエロゲ内緒なのかよ。
Of course I am, Tomas. I'm a tremendous siscon.
お兄ちゃんいないの？もしかしてまだ寝てる？
No, I'm awake. I'm half naked. Just give me a sec to get dressed.
邪魔したな。
What? Hey!
どうせここにいるとまた
お兄ちゃんに変なこと吹き込まないでください。
的な目で見られるからな。
That's obviously the Akko's VA doing that.
反社会的チャラ男の俺はこのまま窓から飛び降りて退散するぜ。
What do you mean anti-social play? That's a contradiction. That's bullshit, bro. Hey! Make it quick, will you? You're wasting my time.
お前、少しは友達のことも大事にしろよ。
It's only the second floor. He'll survive.
塩焼きそばでいいよね。キャベツと桜エビのやつ、お兄ちゃん好きでしょ？お腹はどれくらい空いてる？あとケーキも持ってきたから冷蔵庫入れとくからね。
It's late July. Since it's Nasuyasumi, the summer break, I said I was going to speak in full English. God damn it, it's habits. Akko's been visiting me like this more often lately. We managed to stay close as siblings, even after I left home for college and became a working adult. As her Nissan, I'm delighted we get along so well. But... Please, would it kill her to wash her skirt more? Please be more careful. Seriously. A devil Kakeru left quickly. I'm impressed how he can read the room, but I'm really not feeling this mixer idea of his. Anyway, Akko, were you on your way back home from school? You didn't have to go out of your way for me.
無理なんてしてないよ。お兄ちゃんに何か食べさせるのは私の趣味ですから。それにこうでもしないと誰かさんはすぐにカップラーメンに走るからね。
You know me too well.
これでも一応私お兄ちゃんの妹ですから。
Akko definitely sautés the shrimp with a thin layer of oil. Both of us are good at cooking, but Akko's in a completely different level. So, did something happen today? You only drop by unannounced like this when Okasa and Otosan tell you to do something.
うん。お父さんとお母さんがね、またお兄ちゃんに彼女作りを説得してこいって。
Wait, let me adjust the volume. I think I adjusted the volume too low. Okay, this should be better. Again? How many times does that make this year?
せっかく夏休みに入って午前中は部活のみんなとケーキ焼いて楽しく過ごしてたのに。
Maybe a little louder.
学校から帰った瞬間いきなりお父さんに使命とか言われて、カリフォルニア出身のやや日焼け気味快活美人をお兄ちゃんの彼女にしろとか意味のわからないことを。
The hell's up with that oddly specific request? I'll have you know, I'm all about those slender Virginian beauties. Oh.
お兄ちゃんもいい加減観念してそろそろ本気で彼女作ってよね。最近は夕飯の時までこの手の話になるんだから。
Akko and I are an odd pair of siblings, in fact, in that, despite our age, we still haven't acquired any romantic stories to share. The reason neither of us have found a significant other is simple. We're both awkward idiots. It's sad, but true. Sorry, they asked too much. After all, I'm
はいはい。
still waiting for my destined encounter.
お兄ちゃんってば本当に頑固者なんだから。
Every person has at least one or two things they find non-negotiable. But be it their passion for work, or their adherence to their tastes, mine just happens to be romance. I'm a man who places a great deal of importance on the process of finding love. A destined encounter, followed by slowly getting to know one another. That is true romance, and that's what I believed in for my entire life. Listen up, Akko. There's a proper procedure for everything. Before you walk, you must learn to crawl. That's the natural way of things. And of course, the same principle applies to work, school, and romance as well. In any case, the process that leads to dating is what's most important.
出た、お兄ちゃんの家庭至上主義。
It's absurd to even think of holding hands your first date together. Skirt chasing for a quick fuck is preposterous. Matchmaking and blind dating are all out of question. You hear me, Akko? I will accept nothing less than a pure romance that begins with a faithful encounter. Romance, it's all about the process that leads up to dating. And that's the treasured trope of an exhilarating youth. For my entire life, this mantra of mine has remained as unchanged as my virginity. No matter how many chances I get to start a relationship with a girl, I'd rather die than sell for anything less than a romance that strictly adheres to the proper process.
そうやっていつまでも自分のこだわりに縛られてたら、お兄ちゃん永遠に彼女なんてできないと思うけど。
Fine by me. There's nothing wrong with a single life.
家庭とか順序ってそんなに大事？
Of course it is. Do you wipe your ass before you shit?
もうなんでお兄ちゃんっていつもそうやって極論ばっかり言うわけ？
For a second, I thought she was going to say she does wipe first. More importantly, what about you? You're graduating this year, aren't you? You can't keep looking at your Nissan forever. Don't you have anyone you like?
いると思う？
What was our romantic outcast? Tonikaku, let's eat this yakisoba before it gets cold. Romance is a taboo subject between the two of us, especially since if either of us managed to make any progress, would just be annoying the other with our stories. I get the feeling this is just the harsh reality we siblings must live in. Yeah, be careful on the way home. It's past 6 p.m. Been walking Akko back up until now. We're about a 10-minute walk from my apartment. There's nothing wrong with my place's location, but I'm thinking of moving out due to rent issues.
お兄ちゃんはこの後どうするの？買い物？
Yeah, I'm wondering whether or not to take Kakeru up on an offer actually. I know it's sudden and all, but apparently the mixer is tonight. Kakeru said he'll pay for everything, even if I had no intention of talking to the girls. I guess I could show up for some free drinks if nothing else. He invited me to a mixer. I'll be down if he were just inviting me out for a few drinks, but I'll stick out like a sore thumb at the mixer, wouldn't I? Kakeru's great at those because he loves fooling around, but an antisocial bastard like me would just ruin the mood if I tried to join. Kakeru seems more than willing to pay for everything, but I still don't want to ruin everyone's fun. Nobody likes the guy who goes to a party just for the free drinks, mixer or not. Oh, that's her line. You wouldn't want me going to a party like that either, would you? I went with him to one of those before, and man.
お兄ちゃん行ってきなよ。私ね思うの。今のお兄ちゃんにはきっと荒領事が必要なんだよ。
You do?
私お見合いとか人からの紹介とかお兄ちゃんの場合はそういう方向から頑張ってみた方がいいと思う。ナンパはちょっと私もどうかと思うけど、でも実際に付き合ってみてそれから仲良くなったっていう子も私のクラスじゃ珍しくないし、それにお兄ちゃんがどんなに否定したって私たちもそうやって仲良くなってきたわけじゃない？いきなり兄弟になるのも恋人になるのだって結局全部結果論になっちゃうけど、私はきっかけなんてそれこそ何でもいいと思う。だって大事なのはどんな家庭を踏んだって当人同士が幸せになることでしょ。だから私お兄ちゃんはそうやってシンプルに考えた方がうまくいく気がするの。
Ako and I aren't related by blood. Okay, time to quit this game now. We met when I was 9 years old, and Ako was even younger, obviously. Our parents just suddenly said, "You two are siblings starting today, okay?" As kids, suddenly trusted to that position. Our only options were to either deal with it and get along or not. Fine. You know, even I get hurt when you dig up the past like that.
でしょ。とにかく私お兄ちゃんには自分から可能性を狭めてほしくないの。世の中にはきっと多少強引に付き合わないと始まらない恋だってあるはずだもん。とにかくそれが言いたかっただけだから。それじゃあね、お兄ちゃん合コン頑張って。
And with that, Ako dashes across the intersection. Look, you didn't have to force yourself to say something like that. Your face was beat red. Ganbare, huh?
それからお兄ちゃん言い忘れてたんだけど
What now?
お母さんが一度家に顔出せって。お兄ちゃんリフォームしてからまだ一度も帰ってないでしょ。
Oh yeah, now that you mention it. I've had a lot going on, so I haven't been home since the New Year. Now that I think about it, Ako didn't mention that the renovations finally finished at the end of last month. Okay, I'll drop by sometime when I feel like it.
絶対だよ。お母さんたちに言っておくね。
Ako's voice resonates clear as a bell amid the din of the crowded station plaza. Hi, moshi moshi.
おう、今夜の合コンの件考えてくれたか？
Wait, do people actually? No, I don't think people use that when they use their cell phones. They only use that with the Denwa. Anyway, good news. Ako wish me luck, so I'm going.
マジかよ。やっぱアコちゃん効果は半端じゃないな。じゃあ地図送るから直接見てこいよ。7時から始まるから。
All right, see you there. I haven't been to a mixer since Kakeru roped me into one in college. I was against it back then too. Kakeru had to drag me there by force. Better head home. I should at least comb my hair and shave. It's not like I like being a virgin, you know. Dote. If I happen to find a girl good enough to get me to abandon my fixation, then, well, that's an option too. After all, even I want to get a Kanajo sometime soon. I truly, genuinely do.
それじゃあまずは俺から。本日の主催朝比奈です。女性限定で俺のことは気安くかけるくんって呼んでくれて構わないから。
はいはい、実は彼女持ちのかけるくん。
まあ俺のことは置いといて、あと2人男の子は自分でちゃんと自己紹介よろしく。
Damn, they're so aware about that.
どうも榎本です。かけるとは職場が同じで呼ばれました。よろしく。
どうも
I'm at the mixer. We had 3 chicks and 3 dudes, including me. However,
おい、何固まってんだよ。場が冷めるだろ。早く自己紹介しろよ。
why? Why are you here? Alright, best girl's already here. Holy shit. Alright. The game, we already started the game. Holy shit. Oh, man. Wait, how do you remove the... Okay. Oh, shit, man. We are so back. We are so back. Karen is here. Holy shit.
さあ、それこっちのセリフなんだけど。
Coming... You know what? Freshly coming out of fucking Yasugonasaur and Harugonasaur. Well, kind of. With Harugonasaur. I'm glad this voice is back. I'm so glad. Maybe I'm on a roll for VNs with her voice acting. Anyway. There's a familiar face sipping a drink right in front of me. Menacingly. What the hell, Kakura-sensei? Why would you bring a familiar face to a mixer? You're making things awkward. Yes, Karen's here. Holy shit.
何？まさか北おじさん、こいつと知り合いなの？
お前だって
カレンをそんな風に呼ぶ人初めて見た。二人ともどういう関係？元カノ？
前言撤回。やっぱこんなやつ知らない。
Man, it hits, it hits harder for me when I hear Karen speak. Actually, when I played this game, I didn't know, man. At that time, I was just like, yeah, whatever. But now I know who her voice actor is. It really improved my enjoyment. Anyway. She's actually my ex-girlfriend.
平気で嘘つくな。あんたそういうところ全然変わらないのね。
Itaoji and I went to college together. We both studied design in the art and design department, and we were both in the same club. Still, we pretty much never met in private. We did have a handful of friendly chats here and there, but our relationship never developed any further than that. But as you can see, we know each other well enough to bicker like this.
まあまあ2人ともこういう偶然もさ、ある意味合コンの醍醐味だって。
So, Kakeru, which of these girls did you say was totally my type?
へえ、あんたにおすすめされる子がいるなんて、どこの誰だか知らないけど不憫な人もいたもんね。
あ、いや、実はこいつと北おじさんって普段の主張がかなり似てるらしいから、俺的に相性いいんじゃないかと思ってセッティングしたんだけど。
私
Are we compatible? The answer might not surprise you if you were paying any attention to our conversation. I was a fucking idiot for getting my hopes up.
ねえねえ、かけるくんって今の彼女と結婚する気あるの？
俺はあるけど、向こうはどうなんだろうね。この間それとなく話したらスルーされたけど。
へえ、何それ。それなら全力で今から私と付き合おうよ。
No, to his above average looks or his demeanor. If it's his average looks or his demeanor, but either way, Kakeru is as popular as ever. Not like that anything's new, though. I wonder if it gets annoying for him after a while.
これもう帰ろうかな。
Looks like Enomoto-kun's throwing in the towel already. Poor guy.
失礼します。よろしければお飲み物のおかわりはいかがでしょうか。
One draft beer, please. Nama beer.
私カシスオレンジ。
すみません。俺にもビールください。
はい、少々お待ちください。
Wow, that uniform sure is something, huh? It's kind of piratey. Is that because this is a seafood restaurant? Actually, now that I get a better look at the menu, they really play up the whole pirate team here.
鼻の下伸びてるけど。
Play off, it's no big deal.
やっぱりああいう胸の大きい子が好みだったりするんだ。
I like big butts, and I cannot lie. All men do. For me, though, it's all about the shape. It's not all that fixated on the size. Huge boobs have huge boob appeal, and flat chests have flat chest appeal. That's what I say anyway. So, what have you been up to after college? How's work?
別に普通の会社に就職したけど、一般事務。
Now that's a surprise. Did you say you were going to go into design back in college?
何それ、嫌味？新卒者が全員希望の職種に就けるわけないじゃない。私もそのうちの一人だったってだけ。そっちは？
I'm a freelancer right now. I landed a job right out of college, but I quit in May. It was a web-focused company, but it raised too many red flags for my taste.
ちょっと意味わかんない。ウェブ絡みってウェブデザインでしょ？あんたそれちょっともったいなくない？やりたい仕事だったんでしょ？
It was, but once I was hired, I found there wasn't a single veteran there. The employee turnover rate was high, meaning bad management was a given, and they paid zero overtime. When they hired me, they said the monthly salary was 220,000 yen. But when I got my check, it was only 30,000 yen. The remaining 90,000 yen was apparently a bonus I had to earn or something. And the bonus would be given out by a company based on how much they value my skill or some such bullshit.
何それ、ほとんど詐欺みたいなもんじゃない。
My first month, I easily spent 140 hours in overtime. I'd rather be unemployed than overworked to death, so I went with my gut and quit. Leap before you look back. That's my motto. If you truly believe something isn't right for you, be it work or whatever else, you need to learn the courage to call it quits. Don't let unnecessary emotions or other people's opinions sway you, and you'll find yourself at wit's end in no time. No regret at all. Being a freelancer has been great for me. I could study more while searching for my next job.
そっか。あんたのそういう思い切りのいいとこ、全然変わってないのね。まあでも、100時間近くただ働きならそれも当然か。私が同じ立場でもすぐに辞めてる気がする。
It wasn't nearly 100 hours. It was 140. That's 5 hellish extra hours just about every day.
ちょっとちょっと、なんかあの二人さっきよりいい感じじゃない？
仲悪いのかと思ってたらそうでもないみたいだな。
あんたの話に付き合うんじゃなかった。責任取ってよね。
You really have an attitude problem, you know. In any case, the decision to join that company and the decision to hightail it out of there were both all on me. They called me weak. They called me a quitter. They told me to just give it 3 years. But if there's one thing I'm in control of, it's my own life.
はいはい。またカッコつけちゃって。まあ言いたいことはわかるけど、でもそっか。あんた大学時代から人の話あんまり聞かないやつだったもんね。
もっと言ってやってきたおじさん。こいつ実は妹の言うことしか聞かない超自己中野郎なんだ。
Well, sorry for being selfish. If my only other option is to suppress my needs to make other people happy day in and day out, then I'd rather become the most selfish son of a bitch on the entire planet. Well, the alcohol's definitely kicking in. Now I gotta take a leak. Oh, but I wasn't planning on staying here for much longer. Should I just hold it in until I get home? Ask Kitaoji about herself. So, just curious. Exactly, what sort of opinions do you and I share?
何の話？
That's what Kakeru... I'm sorry. Asahina said just a minute ago.
私知ってるよ。私が今日カレンを連れてきたようなものだし。
二人とも好みのタイプが似てるんだってさ。合コン否定派なところも同じだろ。
ねえねえ、それじゃあさ、2人の好きなタイプ教えてよ。異性の。
おならしない男。
Men whose shit don't stink.
カニをきれいに剥いてくれる男。
Women who can peel oranges without leaving the stringy white parts.
カニくらい自分で剥けよ。
みかんなんてあの白い筋の方に栄養あるのにな。
I mean, we could do those things ourselves if we wanted to, but I guess Kitaoji and I want our partners to come dashing to the rescue. But I guess that's got a point. I guess they got a point. I like modest, reserved, domestic girls who serve salads over the fake energetic girls who take smartphone selfies.
あれあれ、カレンって彼氏持ちの相手には冷たいの。結構本気で辛辣なこと言ってくるんだよ。
ああ、本当？じゃあこいつとまんま一緒じゃん。
もう寂しいなら自分もさっさと彼氏作ればいいだけなのにね。
出た。あんたまたそれ私に言う？どいつもこいつも人の顔見るたび男作れ男作れって、あんたらそれしか頭にないわけ？なんで恋愛してないやつイコール不幸せみたいに決めつけてくんのよ。こっちはこっちで他にやることたくさんあるんだから。ごめんなさい。大体ね、彼氏持ちだろうが既婚者だろうが、なんでみんな上から目線であれこれ言ってくるのよ。カレンは男に抱かれたこと一度もないから、やっぱり言ってることが子供ね。ってアホか。ところ構わず適当に男とやってる方がよっぽど子供だっての。あんたらの頭には将来設計とか老後の蓄えとかそういう現実的な思考はないのか。
老後の資金ってさすがにそれはちょっと考えすぎじゃ。
Bruh, worry about it as soon as you can.
将来設計なんて、それこそ相手さっさと作った方が収入的にも安定するんじゃ。
なんか言った？
なんでもないなんでもない。
おい、北王子さんってなんか見た目よりかなり激しい性格してるんだな。
Technically, the Mixer Girl A is actually right about like economically sound to settle down with a partner. I mean, assuming you don't immediately have kids. I mean, if you're talking about like trying to share bills, it makes sense. But like, yeah, the moment you invite kids, that's try not to. Anyway, Kitaoji's right. Damn it. There are a lot of scenes where guys with girlfriends and wives look down on and lecture those without. Where did you get a kanajo? You haven't experienced all life has to offer if you never experienced romance. Blah blah blah. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions, but I honestly can't stand people who use their experience as an excuse to say whatever the hell they want.
はいはい。どうせ私は常にヒステリックな若年性更年期障害女ですよ。
いや、誰もそこまで言ってないけど。
うわぁ、北王子さんって酔うと絡み酒になるんだ。初めて知ったかも。
I occasionally nod to Kitaoji's rantings in between sips of beer and nibbles of my food. At first, I didn't get what Kakeru meant when he said Kitaoji and I share the same opinions, but now...
何ぼーっとしてるのよ。どうせあんたも同じ気持ちでしょ。たまにはこいつらにガツンと言ってやったら。
Oh, come on. Strangely enough, it feels like she's speaking my language, as like a breath of fresh air.
疲れ様。私すごく眠いんだけど。
二次会行く人というかこの人数しかいないんだからみんな行こうよ。
ごめん、俺帰る。
Once we leave the restaurant, a pleasant sea breeze blows in from the ocean. It was raining earlier today, so the air temperature and humidity packed a 1-2 punch this afternoon. But now, thanks to the evening breeze, it feels a lot cooler. Sounds like there's going to be an after party. You going? Wait, what's with that luggage?
ああ、これ
Man, I just remembered why she has that luggage. Anyway, Kitaoji's dragging around a huge suitcase all of a sudden. I suppose she checked it at the front while we were eating.
ちょっとね、明日から私出張なの。当分はこっちに帰ってこられないかな。
How'd that go, business trip? Anyway, wait, really? Didn't you say you do office work?
事務員だってね、地方に支店の多い会社だとこうしてちょこちょこ飛ばされるのよ。入社1年目の下っ端社員にはね、あんたみたいに文句言える人の方が少ないんだから。
Let me carry that for you. You're gonna head to the station first, right? Oh, that's her. Forget about me. Worry about yourself. You should also go to a shoemaker, and get those pumps of yours fixed before you head off to that business trip of yours. That should have been a sign that there's something unusual going on. I thought that there was something strange about her gait. There was something off about Kitaoji's right heel. Was she seriously planning on walking all the way to the station with that foot, with this bag? She should have just asked for help.
ありがとう。じゃあお願いしようかな。
おーい、二人は二次会行く？この後カラオケに行くんだけど。
No, we're good. We're heading out.
お疲れ。
I'll walk Kitaoji over to the station square. She said she's going to take the Densha, but that'll take a lot of transfers. It wouldn't have her to take a taxi at least for today.
ありがとう。助かった。
Yeah, good luck on that business trip. That we'll see each other again, though.
そうね。あんたって変なところでドライだけど、そういう意味では私も大学時代は付き合いやすかったわ。
Seriously? You kept telling me to die and disappear.
それはあんたの下ネタが原因でしょ。私だってセクハラ発言連発されたらキレるわよ。
My bad. Well, safe travels. Guess I'll just see Kitaoji off for now. My apartment's close by, so maybe I'll stop by the convenience on my way back and browse some magazines.
ねえ。
Hmm?
今日あんたが紹介してもらうはずだった子、私なんかでごめんね。
No, you turned out exactly the girl I wanted to meet. Anyway.
あんた口も性格も悪いけど悪人じゃないのは私も知ってるから。だから彼女作り頑張りなさいよ。私みたいになったらそれこそあんたも終わりなんだからね。
Kitaoji turns and leaves right after shouting her parting words. She climbs the escalator without looking back even once. She must be deadly embarrassed by what she just said. Good luck. Both you and Ako made it sound so easy. I've been making excuses for myself my entire life. This is my first step to the springtime of my youth. If you cheer me on so earnestly, you're gonna make me feel like I should actually put in an effort this time. Today was one strange, indescribable day. Man, it's so hot! I'm drying my hair after a morning shower. I decided to go home this evening and fulfill my filial piety to my parents and my fraternal piety to my imoto. But before that, I'd like to pick out my next part-time gig. Oh, a job looks interesting. I'm fishing around the job recruitment site. Detective's assistant. Wage starts at 1,200 yen an hour. The site's amazing. They're even recruiting for security guards. Personally, I'm looking for work suited for recent graduates or people between jobs. I plan to do freelance work until April or May of next year. I'm not growing my savings much, but I'd like to take this time to recharge, learn some new skills, and gain some experience. My dream job is web design, has been since college. I studied my ass off in college, only to end up at some sketchy company, but still. Working in a restaurant might not be too bad either. The one that we went to yesterday seemed to be recruiting too. Learning from my mistakes at my first and last full-time position, I've come to believe that no matter what your job may be, your ability to put yourself in other people's shoes is key. The company I was at until the start of May was basically an agency that took contracts from the apparel industry, but since a client and a contracted professional are two different people, what makes or breaks the contractor is their ability to understand the needs of their client. I learned this the hard way, which is why I'm forcing myself to freelance for a year and stick my nose into many different industries as I can. Plus, I'm pretty fickle by nature, so when it comes time to find full-time employment again, I want to find a company with the best possible conditions. Basically setting up his portfolio of experience or whatever the hell that is. Anyway, hello, you raging antisocial virgin. No, I don't want to attend another mixer.
いきなりだな。はいはい、昨日は悪かったって。でもお前と北おじさんが知り合いだったなんて、こっちは確認する術なんかないだろ。
Well, honestly, last night was kind of fun. It was a little weird having a familiar face around, but
彼女作り頑張りなさいよ。私みたいになったらそれこそあんたも終わりなんだからね。
I guess it wasn't all that bad.
まあそれはいいとして、俺も一晩考えていろいろ思うところがあってだな。あと1回だけ俺を信じて素敵な女性に会ってみないか。次は対マン勝負だ。
You never learn, do you? Are you trying to finish off my pure virgin heart?
いいか、断ると今回ばかりは後悔するぞ。次のお相手は攻守とも完璧。誰もが羨む年上美人だ。
I don't care if she's mature, youthful, or whatever else. I can't trust anything you say anymore.
そう言うなよ。俺これでも一応友達思いの人間なんだぜ。
Oddly enough, even though his tone of voice is the same as ever, Kakeru seems like he's brimming with confidence right now. Maybe it's because he's staking his honor on it. There's no way I'm selling for a woman with a shitty personality, even if she's a beauty. I like modest, reserved domestic girls who serve salads. I wonder if there's a specific connotation regarding serving salads, this is very specific. Something about serving salads. Maybe it's the Japanese thing. I don't know, man. Anyway.
攻守ともに完璧って言っただろ。大体そんな女、仮にいたとしてもお前には紹介しないって。
In that case, I'll pass. I'll pass.
はあ？マジで言ってんのかお前。今回は約束された超有料物件なんだぞ。
Just not interested. Don't worry about it. I'm exhausted today. I guess last night's mixer took me too far out of my comfort zone.
そうか。まあそれならしょうがないか。
I hang up and put away my ketai. I feel bad for doing this to Kakeru, but I feel even worse for standing up the girl he wanted to introduce me to. There's a lot of people around here today too. I noticed that Shionari City has become quite the happening place lately, at least in comparison to the other towns around us. We're claiming more and more land from the sea, and there are even plans to open up Japan's first full-blown casino here in a few years. We got a mall, and a main street bustling with businesses, and even a vast 10-kilometer long beach. And with a viewing platform several stories high, attracting visitors from all over, the city's turning into one of the hottest destinations for shopping, nightlife, dining, and entertainment, while drowning in tax money. But even still, you can still find your run-of-the-mill resident district on the other side of the station. I'm so hungry. Wait, I'm also hungry in real life. I'm so tempted to start cooking now, but wait, I'll try to look for a snack. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Let's go. It's past 1 p.m. I'm planning on having dinner back home with the family today. I figured I'll kill time shopping or looking for a new part-time work until then. So basically, I'm free all day today. Now and then, guess I'll take the coastal road to the main street. If you plan on walking to the station via the main street, it's actually shorter to start from the side near the coast. Though, I guess since there are a lot of side roads, you can find plenty of shortcuts if you just look. Oh, right. It's almost time to pay my rent. I checked the deadline on my phone. My rent's pretty high, probably because I live so close to the station.
今超すごい音したよ。やばくない？大丈夫ですか？今救急車呼びますから。
My leg! My arm! My head! All jokes aside, my right thigh hurts like hell. And my left arm feels like it's been torn off, and my head's even more fucked up than usual.
本当に大変申し訳ございませんでした。完全にこちらの過失にもかかわらず、このように穏便に済ませていただきまして。
Understanding? I think you got the wrong idea. I know it wasn't anything serious, and we're talking about a legitimate traffic accident here, and it was 100% your fault.
当然でございます。治療費とは別に、こちらも相応の誠意を見せるご用意があります。
Good fate.
はい。本日はひとまず、こちらで収めてはもらえないでしょうか。
He presents to me an envelope clearly containing 10,000 yen bills. She looks to be in her early 30s, perhaps. Her face is incredibly pale, without a hint of humor on it. I'm a little curious, so I'll check out the cash. 200,000 yen! Sorry, but it's not a matter of money.
と申しますと。
Gyudon! I'm starving here! So one of those Gyudon, please.
はい、ただいま。
That was really redundant. Don is already the bowl, the word bowl. Anyway, in all seriousness, my leg just hurts a little, and that's all. I'll just have her treat me to lunch and then be done with it. I mean, give me a break. I can't access such a huge sum of money for so minor an injury. Well, in other places, you know, you could sue someone, but I guess well, whatever. Can I help you? Who are you even?
どうせならこんなフードコートなんて指定しないで、もっと高そうな店に行けばいいのに。相手の一方的な過失による交通事故ですよ。怪我が軽くてもゆすりようなんていくらでもあると思うんですけど。
My right leg still hurts. This place is the closest to the hospital. Besides, you can tell by looking at her, can't you? She seems like someone who won't be satisfied until she's made a proper apology.
怒ってないの？
Huh? Expect me to be mad? I barely had time to be mad. Shit, my heart's still pounding from the shock. Anyway, I can't access such a huge sum of money. I doubt I can convince her to keep it. So, can you talk some sense into her? You're her sister, aren't you?
いえ、私あの人の妹でも家族でもありませんけど。
Huh? Really?
はい、仕事仲間です。もっと言うと、金のなる木が私で、あの人はその管理者ってところですかね。
Ah.
私もお腹減ったし、なんか買ってきてもらおうかな。ラーメン食べたい。
And with that, she flicks up a storm on her smartphone, probably contacting the lady from earlier. This girl kind of seems like bad news. She looks about the same age as Ako. I'm pretty bad at dealing with people younger than me. Honestly, I have no idea what young people even think about these days.
お待たせしました。牛丼一応大盛りで買ってきたんですが。
コモリン、この人お金いらないって。よかったね。
どうして？
Well, I can't just take 200,000 yen out of the blue like that. I'll be fine with just this gyudon. We'll be satisfied unless you pay me back somehow, right? I sprinkle some shichimi on the gyudon and dig in. Oh man, how long has it been since I had a gyudon? Wait a second, I thought gyudon's one of those cheap meals you buy. Anyway.
それでしたら今後何かあればこちらにご連絡いただけますか？通院が必要でしたらその分もこちらがお支払いしますので。
I take her business card. Be Casting Inc. On the back is the address for some sort of modeling agency.
私、カノメレーナ。これでも一応モデルやってます。
Anyway.
マネージャーの小森多江です。
Well, I only went through one route in this entire VN. I'm starting to be interested in the other routes, but it's gonna be in the super backlog if I'm gonna do that. Hell, I don't even know if I'm doing a second upload. Anyway.
私のことを見たことありませんか？最近テレビの露出も増えてるんですけど。
Nope. Not interested in that stuff at all.
なんかそのリアクション超絶微妙なんですけど、なんか一瞬こびた私がバカみたいじゃん。もっと驚いて。
Girl, seriously, two-face. But I see. It all makes sense now. In an industry that's all about image, it'll be one hell of a scandal if an accident like this made the news. If I wanted to be a real jackass, I could tip off a few weekly tabloids for some easy money. Komori-san?
はい。
I should apologize too. I'm sorry for acting so conceited earlier. I think I got a little ahead of myself. Let's just sweep this whole incident under the rug. If she works for an agency with a rotating talent pool, they probably deal with a promotional web content too. It wouldn't hurt to get on good terms with them. And besides, she seems like she's good enough. She's got enough trouble on her plate as it is. I can kinda relate. Well, I'd like to do some shopping after this, so I'll be right on my way once I'm done eating. Thanks for the gyudon.
本当に助かります。
Komori-san bows deeply. I guess I've convinced her of my intentions. I have no idea what work schedule models usually have, but I bet it must be hard work. Okay, guess I should buy some sort of gift for Kasa and Tosan. I'll leave the shopping mall for now and head out onto the main street. Food would be boring. I wonder if there's anything interesting I can get them.
ねえ。足、大したことないんでしょ？今からちょっと私の買い物に付き合ってよ。
Why, you shrewd little...
ねえ、なんでさっきから妙に私に冷たいわけ？
What's your problem? I don't even know you.
もう知り合いじゃないですか。コモリンの運転する車に先輩がダイレクトアタックで大腿四頭筋を強打したあの事故から私たちはもうガチフレです。
Oh god, oh god, oh god. What the hell is she plotting? Why did she suddenly wrap her arm around me? Is she trying to extort me now? How's an accident supposed to make us friends? Why the hell are you calling me senpai?
アイデア教えてもらえます？私の公式スタンプあげるから。
Are you even listening? If you want a man to go shopping with you, then pick someone a little more flashy. Models are supposed to be popular, aren't they? I'm out.
あ、 なんでそうやって逃げるの意味わかんない。この人手なし童貞。
She's mad. She's seriously pissed off.
いいじゃないですか、一緒にお買い物10分だけ。
You got the markings of a stalker. Makings of a stalker.
そんなにダメ？
Huh? Fine. But just a minute, okay?
よっしゃ先輩、雑貨屋行こう。雑貨屋買いもしない文房具冷やかして、最後はハンドクリーム買って帰る。
Suit yourself. She takes me to the store in some corner of a shopping mall. They sell mostly women's accessories and small trinkets here, and I think I'm the only dude here.
ああ、このピアスかわいい。先輩見てください、これシトリンの天然石ピアス。
Yeah. You sure this is okay? You've been on TV, haven't you? If you loiter around in a place like this, you won't get called out by your fans or something.
もう平気平気、見てて。
Oh, won't you get called out? Okay.
あれポップベリーのレーナじゃない？あ、ほんとだ。なになに、本物？あ、すみません、写真1枚撮らせてください。いいよ。でも私ただのそっくりさんなの。超似てるでしょ。いやいや、そっくりってレベルじゃないんだけど。マジ？今度モノマネ王座頂上決戦に出るから、番組の視聴者投票で私に入れてください。ね、これでバッチリ。
That's the laziest fucking excuse I've seen in my life. Wow. I have no words for what I just witnessed.
実際生で本物見つけたって証拠がないと案外ファンも踏み込めないと思いますよ。
So, that's how it works, huh?
ただしアイドルとか声優さんなら別だと思いますけど、でも私アイドルじゃないし。
I'm scared. So I guess that means it doesn't work for everyone, huh?
ねえねえ、先輩はどっちのピアスの方が可愛いと思う？このシトリンとローズクォーツだったら。
I don't know a damn thing about chums. Fashion is your bread and butter, isn't it? Make your own decision.
なんかつまんない。ここまで私がプライベートで笑顔振りまいてるのに、先輩って一度も笑ってくれない。
So, you just want me to smile, huh? I hegao.
そうじゃなくて、普通こんな年下の女の子と一緒にいたらさ、ちょっとくらい嬉しい気持ちになったりドキドキしたりしない？
Nope. Not at all. You may have plenty of confidence in yourself, but if you think that's enough to charm every man in the world, you're sorely mistaken.
おかしい。私一応年上相手にはめっちゃモテるはずなのに。
Fucking over, Reina. I'm honestly impressed you could say that like it's nothing. Now, listen here. I prefer modest, reserved domestic girls who serve salads way more than loud-mouthed girls like you. I still wonder where the salad thing comes from, man. I'm still wondering.
打ち上げとかで率先してシーザーサラダとか取り分ける子って基本裏ではやりまくりの女ばっかりじゃないですか。
Your bias showing. Look, you don't seem to get it. So allow me to explain. My type of girl is one with a pure heart who's secretly lonely inside and blushes at every small sign of kindness. The tradition. Who's modest, a little awkward, but sincere, and is wholeheartedly devoted to her man. Understand?
やだ先輩、なんで出会ったばかりなのにそんなレイナのこと全部わかっちゃうんですか？私純真すぎてファッション誌によくある性のお悩みコーナーですら赤面バーニングで、夜は説明不能な孤独感からそば殻 100% 通気性抜群の枕を涙で濡らす日々なのに。
You sure do love to talk, don't you?
これ一本で生きてきたんで。
What kind of life is that? Look, are we here to shop or are we here to talk? If you're not gonna buy anything, then I'm out.
待って、買う。実はあさってコモリンの誕生日なの。私のマネージャー、あれで結構趣味が男っぽいところあるから、ちょっといろいろ意見聞きたくて。
That's very interesting. Miss Motormouth here heads further into the store. If her tastes aren't masculine, then aren't we in the wrong shop to begin with? What exactly does Komori like? There's no real point in asking for my opinion on clothes and accessories, you know?
コモリンって下手に使える日常雑貨より変なものが好きだったりするんだよね。
Kind of weird things.
うん、使いもしない地球儀とか握ると固まる変な砂とか。
That is interesting. Anyway. That definitely is weird. Does she have any favorite animals? My mother loves kangaroos, for instance.
妹いるんだ。でもどうだろう。動物か。
Well, the clothes and accessories the store sells have animals and other various designs on them. Wow, they even have non-perishable food. Are these health conscious foods or something?
あ、これとかどうかな。この金魚鉢可愛くない？
Goldfish bowl? She's looking inside a goldfish bowl that can fit the palm of your hand. It's filled with water, but it's sealed. It's got some fake rubber fish swimming in there.
でもこれって本当何に使うんだろう。インテリアにしたってちょっと地味だよね。
I wouldn't say that. Look, it's got a button. Seems like it's got some LED lighting in there. I tried pushing the button for a few times. The LED cycle from red to blue to green. It's quite pretty actually.
ああ、本当だ。私にもやらせて。
She starts pushing the button at the bottom of the goldfish bowl repeatedly. I can't lie. This innocent side of hers is pretty cute.
でもこれ、コモリンに気に入ってもらえるかな。
The tone of her voice suddenly drops. It's not that expensive. She could easily buy it if it were the right gift.
私最近コモリンにたくさん迷惑かけちゃってるんだ。私のせいで残業も増えちゃって。コモリン以外にも私結構周りを振り回しちゃうところあるから。
So, you're aware of that character flaw of yours.
うん、私バカじゃないし。
I'll never not be uncomfortable when someone makes that kind of face at me. But since Aqua used to give it all the time, I know just the way to deal with it. If you feel bad about it, then just do better.
そんな単純な話じゃないんですけど。
Let's get good. Skill issue. It is that simple. Even though the accident might have been her fault, she was desperate to make sure it didn't damage her image. Not that I have any idea what sort of work you two usually do. But either way, the reason Komori is working so hard to protect you is because she wants you to succeed, isn't it? It's easy to direct your guilt to the wrong place and not do the right thing. But I don't think you're the kind of person who does that.
ムカつく。人のこと何も知らないくせにドヤ顔で説教垂れないでください。
Oh, you don't have to pinch me.
でもありがとうございます。今ので私しばらく元気出せそうです。じゃあこれ買ってきますね。先輩はそこにいてください。
Her uncomfortable-looking heels echo out the floor as she walks out to the checkout line. What a weird model. I went through a lot in college, but I suppose it wasn't exactly a walk in the park when I was in their age either. Now, that's something I don't usually think about. Fucking finally! Do you realize how much of my time you wasted?
ごめんなさい。今日午後はたまたまフリーで暇だったから。それより、はいこれ。お別れの前に私からのプレゼント。
Huh? That's a magazine with gaudy glitter with your front cover that just screams teenage girls. What the hell? Do you expect me to read some fashion magazine?
それで先輩も無駄毛処理のテクニックとかネイルへの興味関心を高めてください。さすがに服に関しては男性なのでスルーでいいと思いますけど。
Thanks. I'll have fun tossing this in the garbage by the station.
捨てるの禁止です。それ私のお金で買ったんだから。じゃあ今度こそバイバイね。また来世。
The nuisance heads off towards the station. See you in the next live. What a weird farewell. What did she say her name was again? I flipped through the magazine. Kaname Reina. I lived my entire life without a single thought given to the world of fashion models. But I must say, she's quite photogenic. I'm impressed. Guess I'll just hand this off to Akko when I get home. I got a bit distracted, but the plan was to visit home today. Something gives me a feeling that I gotta go now, or I'll hit another roadblock. So I kick my ass into gear and head home. And then, exhausted after today's long-ass journey, I fall asleep the moment I reach home. Huh?
おはよう、兄ちゃん。目覚めた？
Ohio? What time is it?
もうすぐ8時だよ。お兄ちゃん昨日は帰ってくるのにすぐに寝ちゃうんだもん。私、ちょっと寂しかったんだから。
Akko sits down by my bed. Says she's wearing a uniform. I guess that means she's going to school today. Sorry, a lot happened yesterday. I came home exhausted. Wait a second, it's already 8 o'clock? What time is their school starts? But it's summer break, right? Isn't it? Or something. Wait. I was hit by a car, and this a weirdo dragged me around for a while. I meant to wrap things up quickly and get here a lot sooner, but you know how it is.
事故って大丈夫だったの？怪我は？
I show her my right thigh. It's still a little bruised, but the pain and swelling have mostly subsided. It's fine. And it's not being too bad. It doesn't even hurt that much. Anyway, you said breakfast is ready. Let's head downstairs. I get out of bed and look for my phone. Apparently I went straight to bed last night without even changing. I'll go take a shower after breakfast. I still feel pretty out of it.
ねえお兄ちゃん、久しぶりに帰ってきたんだから、あれやって。
Right now?
下降りたらお母さんたちいるし。
These bait lines.
お兄ちゃん、早く後ろ向いて。
Okay. I turn around and Akko hugs me tightly from behind. This used to be something of a daily routine for us.
いや
Your non-blood related Himoto does this every day.
お兄ちゃんの背中、久しぶり。
Man, I guess Akko really loves her Oni-chan. You good yet? I need to take a leak.
ダメ。あと20秒あります。
You're still just a kid, huh?
子供じゃないよ。私最近また背伸びたもん。
Really?
この調子でもっと大人になって、私お兄ちゃんがびっくりするくらいとびきりの美人になる予定なんだから。
What did she mean by this? And with that, Akko heads downstairs before me. The set of fried fish waits up the stairs. Ohayo?
あらおはよう。昨日死んでたから今日はもっと寝てるもんだと思ってた。
私が起こしました。昨日私の相手してくれなかったブアツです。
I'm sorry, okay? Anyway, I'm hungry, so let's skip the discussion and eat. I grab the sesame green beans on the dining table. I usually forego these simple, homely dishes when I'm on my own, so they're especially appetizing now.
お兄ちゃん、ご飯どれくらい食べる？
It's okay, I'll sort myself.
ブブー、ダメです。お兄ちゃんはそのまま席に座っててください。
Akko pulls up a chair and gives it a good few pats. At this point, there's nothing I can do but shut up and listen.
相変わらずアコの尻に敷かれちゃって。 あんたそのまま彼女できたら苦労するわよ。
Oh, please. I can cook for myself. If I'm gonna get a girlfriend, I'll make it someone who's completely opposite of Ako. So no worries there.
だったらお兄ちゃん早く彼女連れてきてよ。そうしてもらわないとこっちは確認のしようがないんですけど。
Today's breakfast is salmon, eggplant, kinoko, miso soup with tofu, and cheese omelets. Omelette. Wait, tamagoyaki. My brain's dying. Maybe I should eat as well. It's 6 o'clock. I'll be right back then. Okay, I'm back. I already ate dinner, so I should be immune to all things that make people hungry when they read food descriptions. Tamagoyaki are Akko's specialty. Other than cheese, these ones also have spinach and ground pork.
はい、お兄ちゃん召し上がれ。
I literally ate ground pork ground pork omelet. Anyway. Itadakimasu. So, where's the old man anyway? Oyaji.
もう起きてるわよ。あんたの背後にいるじゃない。
おはよう。
Why are you standing behind me? And quit it with that creepy voice.
箱パピーのご飯は？
お茶碗そこにあるでしょ。自分でよそって。私もいただきます。
Man, I think Akka only loves her Oni-chan and doesn't give a fuck about anyone else in the family, especially her Otosan. I think her Otosan is, I think she's the one who's actually related to the Otosan. And the mom is related to our guy. And they got married, of course.
なんでいつもお兄ちゃんばかり？たまにはパピーにも優しくしてよ。
だったらそのパピーってやめて。普通に気持ち悪い。
そうね。これだから夫婦熱も冷めるのよ。
Damn, son. Damn, son.
エマ、俺今日もなるちゃんに癒してもらうから。
それでは全国のお天気をお伝えします。北日本では傘の出番が続きます。また各地暑くなりますので、本日もしっかり熱中症対策を行ってください。今日は北日本、日本海エリアでは雲が広がり、雨の降るタイミングが
It's been a while since the four of us eating together, huh?
そりゃあんたがこっちに顔出さないからでしょ。それよりなんか感想ないの？うちこの間やっとリフォーム終わったばかりなんだから。
Well, Kasen's right. The hallway and living room are both sparkling clean. This house used to be a crumbling decades-old wreck. You couldn't even say it looked homely with a straight face. When I got here yesterday, it took me by surprise how different it looked.
トイレもすごいんだよ。入ると自動的に便座の蓋が開くの。あとお風呂の床も冬場は暖房入るようになったんだから。
Did you say floor heating? Like, I know about like toilets, Japanese toilet seats had the warmer the toilet seat warmer functionality. In case you're not familiar, insulation in Japanese homes are generally bad. I mean, there might be some much more modern ones that they don't need to worry about that stuff, but in general, insulation is so bad. So when you go to the bathroom, well, the toilet is separate from the place where you take a bath and shower. If you're not familiar, they're actually separated for some reason in Japan. It's cold, and you go to use the toilet. You put your ass on the toilet seat. The toilet seat is cushioned, and it warms up automatically. I don't know about the radiant floor heating though. It's the first time I'm hearing about that. Maybe the place I stayed before was just like, well, it's a random ass Airbnb, so you know. But anyway, they really went all in for the renovations, I guess. Anyway, wow, just how much did that all that renovation costs?
そんなことよりお前あっちの方はどうなんだ。アコにも言ったんだ。お前たちいい加減に彼氏なり彼女連れてこいって。
Well, there's an easy way to find partners. You know what? I'm curious about Ako's route.
もうまたその話。仮に彼氏できても私お父さんには絶対紹介しないよ。
But I never heard anything like, well, of course, she already has the disadvantage of being not blood related. And I don't think this is the kind of VN that actually takes it like to just something on the sort of levels of seriousness about when it goes to that kind of route. Although, again, they're not blood related. But, like, no, not even as close as how they did it with in Mashiro Ero Symphony. You know how it Shingo and Sakuno. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. I think twice about bringing a girl home too.
今はいいかもしれないけどな。お前らそうやって父さんをないがしろにしていると、将来家買うとき頭金出してとか、結婚資金の援助してくれとか言われても1円も出なくなるぞ。
じゃあ老後はお父さん一人で孤独死コースだね。
Be sure to send Okasa to a swanky retirement home by herself.
もういい。腹いせに今度うんこしたらわざと流さないでやる。
That's Tosa, what the hell? Is he a kodomo?
アコ、あんたそろそろ時間は？
あ、いけない。私もう行くね。
Ako picks up her bag and starts rushing. Your cooking club has morning activities during summer Natsuyasumi. You guys need to take it easy.
部活は部活だけど最近はうち料理しないで手芸部とかしてるから、今みんなで羊毛フェルトにハマってるの。
By the way, I really like VNs where you see their back. You know, they have a back pose. Huh.
じゃあお母さん、午後は私バイト行くから帰りはちょっと遅くなるね。
はいはい、気をつけていくのよ。
はーい。あ、お兄ちゃん、今晩はここにいる？
No idea. I'm a free spirit, so I might head back to my apartment.
まあいいけど。じゃあね、行ってきます。
用事がないならいればいいだろう。アコのやつ最近寂しがってたぞ。仲いいんだからたまにはあいつとも遊んでやれ。
What if it's one of those the parents are also fine with it, like they're also thinking about like it's just part of the Keikaku as well as their children to also get together or some shit. That also happens. I don't know, man. I really only went through Karen's route in this VN before, so I really have no idea what happens in the other routes. Yeah. The problem with that is we get along a little too well.
ところであんた、今仕事どうなってんの？
I told you over the phone, didn't I? I got a bunch of different part-time gigs. More importantly, do you know any places hiring that pay well? I got to pay my lease renewal fee pretty soon, and I want to save up some cash this summer.
稼ぎたいなら会社辞めなきゃいいのに。
That place raised too many red flags. Even long-time employees have there spend over under 40 hours of overtime a month, including the supervisors.
あるにはあるんだけどね。
Fucking boomers, man.
でもあんた男だし、こういう場合って許されるのかしら。
What? What do you mean? Are you saying men should just accept terrible work conditions?
実は先月ね、早苗おばさんが体調崩して入院しちゃったのよ。それでしばらくあの人の仕事、私が一時的に代行してたんだけど。
母さんも元の職場に早く戻りたいんだ。お前ちょうどいいだろ。暇なら母さんの代わりに行ってやれ。
Oh yeah, he becomes a dorm supervisor if I remember correctly. Because I don't know who owns like the... Anyway. Sure, but what sort of work it is?
管理
Is
人
it...
よ、女子寮の。
Yeah. Dorm supervisor or something like that. I don't know, man. A girl's dormitory? No, I can't. I just can't. A man managing a girls' dorm. What is this? Some sort of rom-com?
でも稼ぎたいのなら結構いい話だと思うわよ。住み込みなら食費を除いて2万で生活できるし。
Huh, really?
まあ見に行くだけ見に行ってみない？私もこれから雑用しに行くから。本来なら夜間警備もある程度任せられる男性がいいみたいなのよ。管理会社に委託するとお金かかるって言うから。
This is rather sudden. Let me curiosity speak. No, I've got little to no idea what being a girls' dorm administrator entails.
行くならとりあえず準備してちょうだい。行かないなら行かないで、今日は私の代わりに洗濯でもしてもらえるとありがたいけど。
Let's see. What's this? Don't go, right? This is for Karen's route. Don't go. Don't go. Sorry, but I think I'll pass. I'll do the laundry here today as a like a responsible adult. Okay, so this is the last option before we do an option related to Karen, which is good. We're getting to her route immediately.
チキンね。
そんなに女の巣が怖いのか？
No, it's just that live-in employment, especially at the girls' dorm, is too far a departure from my current lifestyle.
まあいいわ。それじゃあ私行ってくる。ここの洗い物をよろしくね。
God damn it, I still remember that one seasonal from, I don't know, 2 years ago? It was a kid who essentially becomes a dorm something administrator as well, but he's a kid, so I think he's junior high, but he's supervising like a dorm for like college students. Man, that was one season. That was one of those. But you know what? Unironically, I didn't like any of the college girls. I liked the girl that's same age as the MC. But I realized that they were far more perverted with that girl than the ones that are actually college age. Jesus. Anyway, I'm rambling a lot today. I'm just chilling out. I'm just chilling out with vegan lovers and. All right. I savored the cheese omelette. Acolyte cooked. Seems like the old man's got work at 10 today. So I guess I'll have the whole house to myself for the first time in forever. Okay, now what should I do this evening? I did the laundry this morning like Okasa asked me to. But I spent the afternoon lazing around watching TV. The sofa felt so nice in the new living room that I took an afternoon nap, despite sleeping like a log last night. I don't know when Ako gets off from work tonight. Oh yeah, she works at the McDonald's looking place. So I'm out grocery shopping at the station for tonight's dinner. It's so hot. I'm getting all sweaty just walking around like this. It's her. Huh? Is that Kitaoji? Yeah, can't be. She just left for a business trip, so there's no way she'd be here right now. Anyway, it's way too freaking hot out. I should hurry to the underground supermarket already. I bought a lot of useless shit. There was a sale on toiletries, so I stocked up on shaving cream and toilet paper. Bruh, when I read this, it was at the height of fucking pandemic, man. I had to remember everything because he spoke about stocking up toilet papers. It would be a pain to bring all of this back home, so I'll head back to my apartment and drop off anything I don't need tonight. Oi! Kitaoji! Hey! Wait up! Why are you waiting? Why are you running away? Kitaoji heads towards the coast with her luggage in tow. What's her problem? Why'd she run away when she saw me? Chase after. Guys, we are in. Yo! Why'd you run away as soon as you saw me?
信じられない。あんたまさか大通りから私の後つけてきたわけ？
You're dead. Wouldn't be here otherwise. I set my shopping bags down and sit on the bench beside Kitaoji. It's nice and cool here by the coast.
で、何よ。なんか私に用事でもあるわけ？
Man, she's using a much older. Of course, she's voice acting someone who's as old as like early 20s girl, lady. So that's different from the usual voice. Oh, even what's that other VN where she essentially played this is a working adult. She played like someone whose age, she's college age, but was kept from graduating from never mind. It's the plain VN thing. Anyway, nope. Seemed like it'll be fun hanging out with you. So here I am.
はあ？意味わかんない。それくっそ迷惑だからさっさとどっか行ってほしいんですけど。
Did you have a business trip? You said you had to go out to the Inaka, didn't you?
行ってきた。でも1日で帰ってきた。
Oh yeah, she. Back in the day, huh? Run into some sort of trouble?
あんたには関係ないでしょ。からかうつもりなら本当にさっさとどっか行って。
Wow, you really hate me, huh? You know, even back in college, I've been thinking, have I wronged you somehow?
変態でデリカシーゼロ。おまけにあんた講義中はゲームしてるか寝てるかのどっちかだったし。私基本的に不真面目なやつって嫌いなの。就活中も人がヒーヒー言ってんのに、あんた映像部の部屋借りていかがわしいゲームとかやってたし。
That's very important for film, by the way. Inspiration.
中庭でゆっくりお昼食べようと思っても、あんた工業科の連中と変な装置ぶっ放して食事どころじゃなかったし。
Weird device? That was a railgun. Depending on the Transformers power output, it could have eliminated the statue of the university president. I was as excited as an elementary schooler. That was the first time I've seen visible plasma like that in my entire life.
そんなことはどうでもいいのよ。というかあんたほんと何しに大学行ってたわけ？それでひょうひょうとした顔であんた就職先も決まってさ、その話聞いた時、人生ってバカに有利なようにできてるのかなって、あの時本気で思って死にたくなったし。
Well, if you think about it first, though, our guy ended up in like one of those what's the term? Black companies. So you know, it's not as good as she thinks it is, because he did end up in one of those. So you know, hey, you can mope about it all you want, but do you really have to drag my name through the mud in the process?
変態で気違いで声もでかいしすぐに叫ぶし、成績だって私より悪いくせに教授とか講師陣にはあんたばっかりちやほやされてさ。
Oh, so you're just jealous.
悪い？世の中あんたみたいに運だけで生きてる連中ばっかじゃないの。
And with that, Kitaoji takes out her ketai. She lifts the screen and sighs. She's like an open book. What? Is it not turning on?
どうでもいいでしょ。それじゃあ私もう帰るから。バイバイ。
Kitaoji suddenly falls to her knees. Huh? What's wrong? Does your stomach hurt? Oh. Hey, you haven't gotten that heel fix yet. Let me see your foot.
いい？そういうのいいからあっち行けあっち。
I grab Kitaoji's arm by force. You idiot. Your ankle's all swollen. On closer inspection, her suit's all wrinkled too. I'm not gonna mention it, since it'll probably hurt her, but her makeup's a mess. Don't tell me. You haven't been home since then. Well, speak up.
あんたには関係のないことでしょ。
Even if it's none of my business, I'm still worried about you, you idiot. So? Sorede? What happened? I don't know if she's living with her parents or living alone, but it's not normal for a woman like her to be outside for 2 days straight without bathing. unless she's homeless. Based on her appearance, I bet the business trip was all a lie too. Hang on a sec. I'll call you a taxi home.
ちょっと待ってよ、意味わかんない。私今お金とか全然ないし。
You have no money, and there's a reason you can't go home, right? I ignore Kitaoji's belly aching and hail a taxi. We're both blunt assholes, so we got that in common at least. It may have nothing to do with me, but I can't just ignore her sleeping outside, and that's what she's been doing.
あんたまさかこのまま私を部屋に連れ込んで口に出すのもおぞましい性行為をする気じゃ。
Aaron, what the fuck? No, seriously, what the fuck, Aaron? Oh, so you know where this is going. That simplifies things. You're gonna be dripping wet real soon. Well, she really did get truly wet. I was planning on cooking sardine and edamame pepperoncino at home tonight, but I cook it here at my apartment instead. Ah, that's an interesting combination. Edamame. I could try that recipe one of these days. You know what? I'll try that. I'll buy some edamame tomorrow. That's a simple, quick dish. And it's Akko's favorite too. Take a seat. He'll be ready soon. Kitaoji does as she's told and sits down. She must realize I'm not gonna take a no for an answer. I'm cooking with a straight face here, but my heart's pounding at the thought of being so close to a girl fresh from the bath. I sent the shoes of yours to the shoe repair place by the station. I'll pick it up later. You don't have any other pairs on you, do you?
このバッグ中身ほとんど服ばっかりだから。
I served the fresh pasta onto 2 plates. She seems kind of hungry, so I gave her the bigger serving. Serve her to wait. I'll leave some mugicha here, so help yourself.
いただきます。
Now then, what do we do after we eat? I took her here without really thinking about it. I honestly didn't plan ahead at all.
あ、これ美味しい。びっくり。あんた料理できたんだ。
And just how pitiable does she think I am? So, would you like to explain yourself? He'll give me some peace of mind. You're living with your parents, aren't you? I don't know what's preventing you from going home, but can't you just stay the night at work or something?
会社はもう行ってないの。
Huh?
先月の頭に理由があって退職して。家はもともと友達とルームシェアしてたんだけど、あんたと飲み会で会った2日前くらいにそのルームメイト失踪しちゃって。
So much for a friend.
お金もその子ユミって言うんだけど、私のキャッシュカードも通帳も全部持って行っちゃったみたいで。
I mean, cash card, you can go to the bank, right? But I'm guessing her identification was also taken, so it's hard for her to like. But then what's stopping her from going home? Well, she doesn't have cash, but maybe she could walk home, right? I mean, it's a desperate situation.
私、お金の管理苦手だから、全部相手に任せてた私が悪いんだけど。
Bruh.
どうしてだろうね。なんでこんなことになっちゃったんだろう。ごめんね。こんな美味しいご飯作ってもらったのに泣いたりして。
No, well, Holy shit, this is no joke. I thought she was just running away from home. Her roommate disappeared. She took all her money and ran. That's downright criminal. How have you been living this week before it ran into you?
とりあえず身分証と手持ちにいくらかは残ってたから。
Wait, if you at least have an ID, you could at least prove you can, like, block your cash card and you could just wait until. Oh, maybe she couldn't pay her rent, so she had to leave, right? Or, like, she couldn't even negotiate with the landlord or something because, you know. I don't know, man.
警察に被害届出して銀行は口座凍結してもらって。
Okay, she did that. Okay, she did it. Okay, that's good. All right, and then where have you been staying?
シャワー借りれるし、最初はネットカフェに泊まってた。
Wait, I'm a little confused though. Okay, she was staying with a friend, right? She was sharing a room, right? She disappeared. She took her cash card and passbook. I have no idea what the passbook. I think it's a bank thing. What I forgot what you call that, but it's where your transactions are or something. I kind of forgot, and it's been ages since I had to worry about that because everything's digital nowadays. But anyway, okay, her so-called friend ran away with her money. She froze her bank accounts and filed a police report. But what's stopping her from staying on the place where she used to share a room? That's but you know what? I don't care, man. We just want to be like, we just need an excuse for Karen to chill out with us, right?
でも昨日はお金尽きちゃって。さっきの海岸の方で一晩明かした。
There's one thing I don't like though. Like, if you go to a bank and you know you can close transactions, right? Wait, did she literally close her bank account? I mean, she could just close any kind of transactions from the cash card, and she could go to the bank itself and get some money, like, you know, the old way of doing things. You know, back in the day, if you can just ask, you can go to the bank instead of going to an ATM, like. Especially during the times before the ATM was invented, but you know, most likely we were born in a time when ATMs exists. So you know, if you can't go to an ATM, you can just go to the bank and show your ID, and you know you can get some cash, right? So even if you ran out of pocket money, you could always like, wow, this is the first time I've seen a homeless woman in her 20s. I don't mean to pry, but can't you get your parents to help out?
今頼ったら絶対地元に連れ戻される。
Is she from the Inaka or something? What the hell? Surely that's better than your current situation now.
実はもう次の仕事は決まってるの。私がずっと憧れてた職場なんだけど。 私の両親何かと理由をつけて私を実家に連れ戻そうとするから。
You know what? I'm just gonna buy that reason. I totally understand when your parents try to do that. I mean, it happens for some people. You know, they can't do anything about it.
今回の仕事の話、絶対に台無しにされたくなくて。
Hitaoji made the bold decision to quit her current job, but before she could start her dream job, her roommate ran off with her money. And I'm sure her old landlord had to kick her out. Why? We'll just leave it at that. I mean, she could also, you know, I don't know, man. Unless she's literally living paycheck to paycheck, you know. Like, she doesn't even have savings that she could pay off the landlord for another month or something. Sorry, but once you're done eating, can you leave?
分かってる。
I knew you'd say that. Are you stupid? Don't just leave without a yen in your name. How will you eat tomorrow? How will you bathe?
だってこのままいてもあんたの面 し、実際新しい仕事始まるまで私お金ないし。
Let me be clear here. I'm taking you under my wing. What a chud. I like this guy.
はい。
This is pissing me off. Don't worry about bothering me when you got the shit show to deal with. This is neither the time nor the place to worry about formalities like that. I'm saying, I can't be in good conscience and allow you to leave like this. I bet you can't ask your friends for help, can you? Those friends you came to the mixer with, if they're okay with helping you out, then you wouldn't be here right now. Anyway, just stay here for tonight. I'll sleep in the bathroom, so you got nothing to complain about. I can lend you some money too, and help you get some connections, whatever you need. You finally landed your dream job, haven't you? Then you better not let this chance get away. If you think you're inconveniencing someone, then just pay them back later. It's all good. You know what they say in the Kazuko Keigaku? If the problem was just money, it's easy to deal with. I mean, that's true. I mean, to a certain extent. Of course, when you have to pay something, it's kind of shit. But like, compared to the other things you have to deal with if you have a problem, you know. For now, I put away the dishes and drag my futon over to the bathroom.
本当にしばらく私あんたのところにいてもいいの？
Don't ask me if it's okay or not. Just pay me back once you started work and got it back on your feet.
わかった。
And thus begins my cohabitation with Kitaoji. Until she starts her new job next week, that is.
洗濯機借りてもいい？
Go ahead, Dozo. At this point in time, the thought of this developing into a full-blown roommate situation had to cross a single neuron in my mind. Okay. I'm gonna continue until like 40-ish minutes, then I'll go back to Sakura Moyu. Yeah. I was in the middle of recording, so I want to at least get to a good point at Sakura Moyu before I end my day. Can't believe my long weekend's almost over soon. Jesus fucking Christ. Anyway.
起きた？おはよう。
I checked the clock and find it's 7 a.m. Huh? Weird. It's early in the morning, and I'm hearing a woman's voice in my room.
ごめんね。冷蔵庫に入ってた卵を勝手に使っちゃった。お腹減ってるでしょ？
What the hell are you?
え、それマジボケ？それとも喧嘩売ってる？
Why not both? I get up, facing the rising sun. Wow, that smells good as hell. You made breakfast? Thanks.
居候の身としてはこれくらいはしてあげないとと思って。
Yes. Good. You gotta chip in if you want to stay here. I hope you're ready to work your ass off.
別に何を言おうが構わないけど、あんたそれ食べたら腰抜かすわよ。
Man, I want to know how that feels. Wait, I used to know that feeling, but I forgot. Anyway, I look at what she's prepared. It's just some simple scrambled eggs and some miso soup she must have made from the bok choy and tofu in the fridge. Oh, the leftover rice from yesterday.
はいお箸。どうぞ食べてみて。
Wait, they had rice? I thought he made some pepperoncino pasta. Oh wait, no. What time did he go home? Did he go home in the morning and then? Never mind. You know what? Never mind. I'm not gonna think about this right now. Nom nom. Huh? What the?
どう？めっちゃ美味しいでしょ。スクランブルエッグだけど和風だしで焼いた卵で。
So it's almost like a tamagoyaki, but instead of like turning it into like those square rectangular pieces, you just you scramble them. Ish. Ah! Gross. It's so bad. I'm gonna die.
嘘？私なんか間違えた？
I hold my stomach and roll on the floor a few times. It's got such a refined taste, with a subtle sweetness of the eggs lingering as an aftertaste. I give it around 90 points. Nicely done.
どんな褒め方よ。心臓に悪いんだけど。
This is how I usually act at home. Emphasize on the act part. Whenever a mom or Akko came up with a new dish, I come up with a new reaction to compliment them. The miso soup's good too. Did you add in some ginger?
さっぱりするでしょ。よかった。気に入ってもらえて。
Ah! My stomach! Every last organ on my precious digestive tract.
それやめろっつってんだろ。あんたこの無駄にギザギザのついたパン切り包丁で刺すわよ。
Huh. This is kind of a fresh experience. The mood's never like this, when it's just me and Kakeru having breakfast together. Sorry for the antics. Thanks for the food. Kakeru comes by here to mooch breakfast every so often, so I'm always the one who ends up cooking.
そうなんだ。でも私料理しながら感心しちゃった。だってここ冷蔵庫もキッチンの水回りも男の一人暮らしとは思えないほど綺麗にしてあるんだもん。
Shit. I just remembered the things I was supposed to do during this long weekend. I did neither of them. I have to work on this weekday, then... fuck. Anyway. She glances around my room as she speaks. Oh, I guess I better reveal my secret, huh? Kakeru's not the only one who visits me here. My Imoto comes here too. Shame, I don't have such a thing. An Imoto to clean my apartment. Anyway. She likes tidying up around the place. She sometimes drops by and does a thorough cleaning.
自分の妹にそんなことさせてるわけ？
She does it, even if I tell her not to, with a smile on her face and a chat on her lips.
やだ。あんた何？シスコ？
Incidentally, she may say, chat, with a smile, but her voice is cold as ice.
あんたの妹もなんか癖がありそうね。
Akko is usually quite mature. Press the right buttons, and she'll get all intense on you. Anyway, Tonikaku, let's get to business as soon as we're done eating. We need to work out exactly how we're going to be living these next few days.
あのさ、それはいいんだけど、一応私女だから少しはそれ隠してもらわないと困る。
Oh, does he have right now? Huh? What? Is the sight of a man in his boxers enough to make you blush?
パンツじゃないわよ。見えてんのよ少し。朝ごはんの前に朝立ちくらい なんとかしてよね。
Oh, my bad. After breakfast, Karen washed the dishes without me asking even. While she was doing that, I walked on over to the station. Here you go, Karen. Your shoe from yesterday.
ありがとう。
It seems good to go, but you should try it on later just to be sure.
うん。靴の修理代意外と高かったでしょ。お金。
Wait, before we talk about that, there's something I'd like to say. I placed a white envelope on the table. While I was at the station, I made a withdrawal from the ATM. Here's 50,000 yen. Just shut up and take it. What a chud, man. What a chud. I like this guy. Obviously, I expect you to pay me back once you're on your feet again. We're gonna have a lot of expenses to cover, like cosmetics and stuff, right? And also a gentleman, huh? What a chud. Don't be afraid to ask for more if you need it. Asking for help is 100 times better than forcing yourself to live homeless, for fuck's sake.
ごめんなさい。
Sorry, I'm not mad or anything. I'm just always this blunt. I don't know how else to talk. So, you understand, right?
わかるよ。あんた口は悪いしゲス野郎だけど、でも根っこの部分はきっと優しいって。
Why does that not sound like a compliment?
じゃあありがとう。このお金は大切に使わせてもらいます。
Yeah, don't go spending it at a host club or anything.
誰が行くか。
Good. She took the money. So what now? I don't know the full extent of your circumstances, so I want to hear what exactly you plan on doing in the short term.
提案ってその。
Where will you sleep? Don't tell me you're going to use that 50,000 to sleep at a net cafe again.
じゃあ言うけど、あんたさえ許してくれればもう少しの間だけここに置いてほしいです。
Yeah, I kind of thought it would come to that.
うん。ダメかな。その代わりというか当たり前だけど、家事は全部私がやるから。
That's fine. Don't worry about it. You've already stayed over one night. There's no point in acting all reserved now.
でもそれくらいはしないとあんたに悪いからさ。
So, about how long do you want to stay? I'm not about to dump you on the street or anything, but as I've said before, Mayumoto shows up here every now and then. And no, and that shithead Kakeru too.
もうこの際だから思い切って言っちゃうけど、もし可能なら新しい職場の初任給が出るまで置いてほしい。お金もなるべく貯めてあんたにも返さなきゃいけないし、中途半端に見え張って出ていくより私も仕事には集中したいから、しっかり後のことも考えて行動したいっていうか。
Got it. Well, just stay here for a while then. You can stay for a month. Or two if you need. No biggie.
本当にいいの？あんたの方は何一つ得しないのに。
I can't say it. I definitely can't say that I'm super excited to live with a girl, even if the girl in question is Kitaoji. Well, let's just say I got my reasons. I'm a man after all. Let's just say it's not bad at all to know that you owe me one, Kitaoji.
カレンでいい。
Huh?
カレンでいいよ。名前で呼んで。
This is the only good kind of Karen, by the way.
どんな形であれ、これからあんたにはお世話になるんだもん。北王子だなんてさすがにちょっと他人行儀じゃない？
In fact, she is like the anti-Karen in the Western connotation. Anyway. You got a point.
その代わりさ、私も名前で呼ぶからいいでしょ？
Yeah, fine by me.
あんた名字は高梨だけど下は確か
Kazuma.
そうカズマ今後ともよろしく
They had to record this twice, by the way. One when you use the Kazuma default, and the other whatever the fuck you use. Damn it. Why am I getting so embarrassed all of a sudden? It's almost like we've become a couple. Okay, now. So now, let's figure out where you're going to sleep. You're not gonna get any decent rest if you don't at least use a futon.
そう？私は別に気にしないけど
Please mind. Girl, you should at least insist on sleeping on some clean sheets.
なんか急に親みたいなこと言ってるこの人
Exactly how long will she need to stay? 2 months? 3 months? If that's the case, then I've got just one concern. I know this is bad timing, but I've also been thinking of moving.
引っ越しなんで
I had to pay the lease renewal fee for this apartment soon. The location's great here, but the rent is pretty expensive. I don't really need to be close to the station, so I'd like to move somewhere a bit nicer and cheaper. It's downright depressing watching so much of my part-time income fly away every month. Ever since I quit my job at the start of spring, I've been looking for an opportunity to move. Okay, that's reasonable. I know this only confuses matters, but I'd at least like to finish moving. So, would you mind helping me move?
協力っていいけど具体的に私何すればいいの
Let's see. Could you help me pick out an apartment? Ooh.
あ、こことかどう？ワンルームなんだけど駅地下で3万だって
I missed one room. Anyway. Oh wait, that means I literally live in the one room right now. Not even. The term for studio is different from a one bedroom. Because a one bedroom here is like your bedroom is different from like for your kitchen and everything, and you know, you have a dedicated bedroom, while a studio here is your bedroom is in the same room as your kitchen. Although my kitchen's a little kind of divided away, but I mean, a one bedroom is bigger. I'm a little confused, but you know what I mean. Man, this is why I like this video. And yeah, shit like this, man. This is the kind of shit I enjoy in real life. Anyway. Man, it looks like trouble. The building's really old, and the room looks really narrow.
行ってみないとわからないじゃない物件は自分の目と足で探すのが基本よ
Karen and I are spending the afternoon in the station food court, digging through some apartment listings. Shit, I forgot. It's been ages since I did apartment hunting. There used to be like tips that I used to read on. There's stuff I do when I need to check the apartment if it's okay or not, but I kind of forgot now. I'm searching on my phone while Karen is shifting through apartment classifieds.
ちなみにさ実家は近いんでしょお金貯めたいなら実家に帰るのもありだと思うんだけど
But then, what would happen to you? You're not suggesting I bring you with me and let you freeload on my parents, are you?
そっかそれは絶対まずいよねさすがに
Well, I wouldn't really mind. I wouldn't really mind if it came to that. But I can just imagine the shit-eating grins on Okasa and Naka's faces as they have a word or 200 with me.
でもこうやって見ると一人暮らしってやっぱりお金かかるのね
Don't remind me, guys. I'm being reminded. Even if I'm able to cut my rent by half, I have so much disposable income, man. I have so much disposable income. That is so crazy. I could only half my rent. Anyway, this is why you find like a you find yourself a Karen in real life. Well, yeah. You can't really live in the proper room around here for anything less than 60,000 yen. Man, I wish my rent was 60,000 yen. By my standards, that is so cheap. By my fucking standards. I fucking hate New York, man. I fucking hate. Anyway. At least I only need to, if I go to work, I only need to walk 15 minutes back in, one way. Oh well. Well, I guess you could find it cheaper if you went a bit more uphill or further away from the station. But there are pitfalls of suburban living too. Such as those conveniences where delinquents gather 24/7. And a ton of suburban apartments are cheaply built with paper-thin walls.
でもそっか、私今までルームシェアしてたから家賃自体はある程度低く抑えられてたのね。
But Oji-san, why did you also have a roommate in real life? The only kind of roommates I'm willing to have is in the opposite sex, man. I don't want a roommate ever again. Anyway, how much did you pay for rent when you were living with your friend?
25,000円、管理費込みで。
Damn, that is so cheap. Huh? That cheap?
まあ学生寮みたいなところだったから。でも私物やお金を持ち逃げされ、家賃も滞納してたみたいだから最終的に追い出されたんだけど。
I'm guessing Karen really does live like Karen really does live paycheck to paycheck because well, she did quit like a couple of months earlier, but like she couldn't even pay for like a whole month despite the emergency situation or something like that. Yeah, it's rough. Crap, I think I just stepped on a landmine. But still, it sounds like it'd be fun to have a roommate. Depending on location, you could fit even more than 2 people, can't you?
そうだけど、あんまりおすすめはしないかな。
That sounds like the Brooklyn situation. Anyway.
最初は寂しくないし、賑やかで楽しいって思うけど、プライベートな空間なんてないも等しいし、トイレの数も限られてるから、他人とタイミングが被るともう散々。おまけに休日は相方が彼氏連れてきてラブホ代わりにするし。
Also, this type of problem, I don't want to deal with this. That's why the only roommate I'm willing to have is the opposite sex that is in a special kind of relationship with me. I don't want to deal with this.
その間私が外に出てても夜11時くらいまで帰ってこないでとか散々なこと言われて。
Your roommate was a real piece of shit, huh? Karen, you really need to be more careful with your choice of friends.
気がつけば食事も洗濯もみんな私に押し付けてきて。なんか分かった気がする。私男作らないんじゃなくて、これ男作る暇がなかったのよ。絶対にそう。
That sounds like cope. If everything you said is true, then you might be right about that.
そう考えると、今朝は地味に感動しちゃったな、私。靴は修理に出してもらって、お風呂も気を利かせて貸してくれて、朝食作ったらリアクションはあれだけどちゃんと褒めてくれたし、何をしたってなんかいろいろと気にかけてくれて。
RMC is truly the perfect gentleman. So,
別に。
Hannah looks back at the apartment classifieds. What's gotten into her? She's a little red around the ears. Ah, roommates, huh? That's actually a pretty pragmatic way to save on rent.
そうだね。そこは私も否定しない。
Hell, why don't we just rent an apartment together?
あんた何さらっとすごいこと言ってんのよ。
That is a thing in real life, though. you get in a quote-unquote economic relationship. On the paper, you guys say you guys are in a relationship, but truly, you guys are only just cohabitating just to economically survive. Anyway. I'm just kidding.
もうすぐにそうやってバカなこと言うんだから。でも今の状況ってぶっちゃけ同性と変わらないような気が。
It's only been one night, Karen. What the hell are you saying? Hmm? Did you say something?
なんでもないなんでもない。ただの独り言。
I heard it loud and clear, though.
あんたのそういうところだけはマジで腹立つ。
Karen could shift from smiling to blushing to getting mad at a drop of a hat. It's so fun watching her expressions. I usually step it up when I'm dealing with girls. But with Karen, I feel like I can be my typical asshole self. So, you find a good apartment yet?
なんかもうこうしてちまちま探してても拉致が開かない気がする。というか適当な不動産屋に電話して片っ端から物件紹介してもらおうよ。私そもそも写真で見るよりこの目で実際に良し悪しを判断したいタイプだから。
Alright. You seem like you're more well versed in these things, so leave it to you. I hand Karen my phone.
サンキュー。10分で済ませるから。
And with that, she looks up the number of the closest real estate agent she can find. The way she takes initiative kind of makes her seem like a housewife. I wish I knew that feel. How did Karen get fooled so easily by her friend if she's this proactive? In any case, it's kind of cute.
はいどうも。それじゃあお願いしますね。よかったね。不動産屋車出して迎えに来てくれるって。
Wow, you did it! 10 minutes later, the agent arrives with a car, just as Karen said she would. The last time I had to interact with a real estate agent, they didn't pick me up by car. All we do is just meet up in a coffee shop and then we walk to the apartment. Or he or she or they are already there. And they just give me their key and you can check out the following rooms in this building. I'm like, yeah, bro, okay. Anyway, she shows us some recommended apartments around town while talking our ears out the whole time. Eventually,
お待たせしました。ここが本日一押しの物件です。
whoa, check out that law.
部屋自体は綺麗ね。建物もまだ新しいみたい。ここ築何年くらいですか？
Why does she wear her, what is that, cardigan like that? I know it's a thing, but it bothers me when I see that anyway.
まだ5年です。駅前や大通りまで徒歩10分。アクセスもいいですし、近くにはバスも止まります。
Wait, his old apartment is also a 10-minute walk.
日当たり良好。近くにうるさい建物は一切なし。スーパーやコンビニも近くにありますし、買い物にも困りません。
完璧。
怪しいくらいにね。
そしてここが一押しの理由です。ぜひ目を通してみてください。
Oh yeah, I remember there's something about this apartment. That's why it's cheaper than usual. She hands us a pamphlet.
ここ治安や住民トラブルを警戒している大家さんが男性1人の入居は固くお断りしているんです。なので基本はここ。カップルや女性2人での入居が原則となっていまして。
Ain't this convenient? Although this would have been like a perfect what do you call this for the emoto. This would have also been a perfect thing, although her considering his emoto is too young, you know, it's just gonna be some situation at home or something, so again have something like this going on, you know. How do you prove your couples, by the way?
カップル？
そうなんです。もはやここは熱々カップルのユートピア。
You just knew.
ちなみにここ 壁は分厚くて防音はしっかりしていますので、夜の営みも我慢せずたくさん声が出せますよ。
夜の営み。
Oh, that's very impressive.
見たところお二人は非常に仲のいいカップルのご様子というわけで、鍵もありますし、なんだったら今すぐ二人でご入居いただけますが、いかがでしょうか。
Wow, this is real there. Just as Kikiku, I guess. But hold on. Okay, so I get that this is an amazing apartment and all, but the awarded question right now is, how much is the rent?
ちょっと、あんたまさか契約する気？
I'm just asking. If the rent is unbelievably cheap, then it's worth considering. Well, if it's impossibly cheap, then there's definitely been a murder here.
こちらのお部屋、敷金礼金はなし、家賃はズバリ、管理費込みで4万5千円になります。
Why is it so fucking cheap? What the hell? Like, wasn't... I can't remember how much his... I already forgot how much his rent was. Well, Karen's is like 25,000, right? Then 20,000 from our guy, so that's not... Yeah. So cheap!
すごいわね。こんなに綺麗でアクセスもいいのに5万円台ですらないなんて。
What's the trick, guys? What's the trick?
今日を逃すとここ、誰かに抑えられちゃいますよ、旦那様。
Nanna-sama? Why do they translate that as daddy when Nanna-sama is like honey or something like that? Not your daddy. I'm not even your boyfriend.
でもここ確かに価格は魅力的ね。
We somehow managed to turn down the real estate agent's persistent pitch. She must have some sort of quota to reach, considering how aggressively she recommended that apartment. Well, okay, that kind of makes sense. And also the condition about like couples or pair girls. I don't know. Maybe I don't know how hard it is for the rental market, but here that would have been taken ages ago. People can also, they would act like couples or whatever. Oh shit, I only have 10 minutes. We have it. Okay. Maybe I could read until...
なんだか今日はたくさん歩き回って疲れちゃったわね。
Maybe we can read until the first age scene or something. I don't know how long it will take. We just kind of got started with Karen's route, man. I wanna progress a little bit further with Karen's route, you know. Sorry for dragging you along.
気にしないで。手伝うって言ったのは私なんだし。
Karen, did you buy pajamas?
あ、うん。お昼に別行動を取った時ちょっと。
She suddenly gets embarrassed for some reason. Please stop that. See a girl in pajamas is too stimulating for me, even if it's just you. Wait, what do you mean pajamas is stimulating? I mean, some girls just wear, I forgot what you call their shorts, but they wear shorts, very short shorts, and like tank tops. I don't know, man. I think that's much more. You know what? I don't know, man. I see. That's great.
かわいい？
Huh?
なんだ。空気的に私のパジャマ褒めてくれるのかと思った。
Hey, do you think it'll be gross enough to be leered at a girl in her pajamas? That'll be gross enough.
それもそっか。
For our slightly late dinner, Karen cooked omurice. It was quite delicious, with fluffy eggs on top of the chicken rice and melted cheese. I did the dishes after that, but well, maybe this is because of how used to living alone I am. But living with someone else feels kind of nice. I'm surprised at myself for thinking so.
そろそろ寝ようか。 電気消すね。明日も物件探し頑張ろうね。更新日はもうすぐなんでしょ？
Hey, Karen.
何？
What do you think of the last apartment we saw today?
あそこね。条件は最高だと思うけど、大家も空き部屋にしておくのはよほど嫌みたいね。あの賃料でも家賃収入が欲しいなんて強欲だと思うけど。
He's right. No matter how much I think about it, that apartment came with the best terms. I don't know what Karen's next job is, but if it's easily accessible by train, then there shouldn't be a problem with her living there. You think that's the right apartment?
だってあそこカップルとか女性2人組じゃないとダメだって。
Well, okay. Then why don't we just become a couple? You almost gave me a heart attack. You're loud. Way too damn loud.
意味わかんない。だって私たち今はちょっと特殊な状況だけど。でも私まだ好きとか嫌いとかそんなんじゃ。
You don't hate me?
嫌いって言うと語弊があるわね。正確にはちょっとやや嫌いくらいにしておこうかな。
This is getting way too complicated. So, you hate the idea of going out with me?
嫌っていうか、どっちかっていうとなんでって感じの方が強くて。
You see, there's a lot in manga and TV shows. Two people hate each other when they first meet, but they get along better as time goes on, and then they end up all lovey-dovey. If we move in there, we can save quite a bit of cash on rent. And I think utility bills are a lot cheaper when split between two than just one. Living alone, I know that I should cook for myself, but it's hard to know exactly how much to cook. But if we live together, then Karen can do some of the cooking too. And who knows, we might actually hit it off, starting making ourselves into real lovers.
家賃が安く抑えられるのは私も賛成。でもこの提案、私に拒否権はないの？
Excellent question. I won't take no for an answer.
やっぱり。
I took a page out of Kakaru's book and assert myself. Over these past 2 days, I got a grasp on both Kana's situation and her personality. Oh yeah, he really took advantage of the personality thing, because he was like wondering, wait a second, what is this girl? How did this girl this girl is very proactive, but then her roommate was able to take, and most importantly, relax. If that's how you feel, then that means I'm already winning. It's just fun riling Karen up.
Making lovers.
I like to drive by. It's the day after Karen and I decided to live together and tentatively started dating. We contacted the real estate agent and had her give us the key to our new home. The sudden move means our morning has gotten real busy, real fast.
どう？そっち梱包終わった？
It must be hot outside. Care for a drink?
ちょっと何これ？何も梱包されてないじゃん。何飲むじゃないよ。
All my shit is still scattered around the place. Karen seems a bit too surprised at the sight. Sorry, I'm just terrible at cleaning up and moving. Hey, no need to be so mad. I'm gonna start packing right now.
呆れた。あんたって強引かと思ったら変なところでマイペースなのね。
It's not like I had much prior warning, you know. Whose fault is it that I had to move so quickly?
あ、そっか。
So, have you done some reflection?
おかしくない？付き合うのも同棲の話も全部あんたが決めたことじゃん。
You got me there.
もうさっさと片付けるわよ。
And with that, Karen grumpily starts helping me pack. Hold on, what happened to that gentleman of yours from the other day? Hey, stop! Can you be a bit more careful?
ごめんなさいね、ガサツな女って。
Are you mad?
激おこ。
Well, okay then.
ねえ、これ本は本でまとめた方がいいよね。
Can you separate the manga and light novels into their own boxes? It'll also help if you could arrange them by publisher and then by title.
はいはい、めんどくさいからそれは向こうの家でやってね。
What's her problem? I was about to scold her for manhandling my manga and light novels. But on closer inspection, she's actually treating them with care.
こんなものかしらね。
After bringing all the boxes in the hallway, we take a break. Karen may have been a bit harsh with me, but she made sure to use bubble wrap on the breakables and even mark down what's inside each box. I should do that, but I'm not thinking about moving out anytime soon. That part of her is feminine, at least.
それでこれどうやって運ぶ？集荷に来てもらう？
I'll rent a mini truck. It's cheaper and faster that way.
自分でやるんだ。やっぱり男って力持ち。
I wish moving out was that easy. I'd rather hire a moving company man. Did you say something?
別に。
It's not like we're moving anything all that heavy, so it's no big deal.
聞こえてんじゃん。
Just as I suggested, we rent a mini truck. I haven't moved in a while, so the process has been somewhat of a pain in the ass. Thank goodness Karen has been here to help. Thanks for everything, old apartment. It's a little sad, leaving behind a place you've grown so used to. This apartment was a little small and old, but its convenient location next to the convenience station just can't be beat.
ねえ、忘れ物してない？大丈夫？
But there's no denying that my next apartment will be even better. I'm not a kid. I made sure to double check.
もういちいち突っかかってくることないでしょ。こっちは心配で聞いて。
And we're off. Did you just click your tongue at me?
安全運転でお願いします。
I know. Just sit in your seat and quiver in fear like a good girl.
ちょっとこの道向こうから一通じゃない？
Maybe. I forgot since I'm always walking.
やだ。
Karen checks her seatbelt as she cheerfully gazes out the window of the passenger seat. Okay, guess that's that.
意外と物少なかったね。
Did you notice that some of the appliances disappeared? He used to have speakers, now it's all gone. And he started having some frames that we never saw before. And that looks like an awkward place to put your laptop. I don't know. That's just how it is to live alone, isn't it? I look at my place and I think to myself, no, I'm in the exact opposite situation. I'm trying to clear a lot of things outside my apartment right now. Though I did throw away anything that's a bother in the new apartment.
私ルームシェアだったからそんなこと言われてもね。
Did I bring us some bad memories?
気にしすぎ。
I'm not worried about you or anything.
バカみたい。はあ、これが私たちの家か。
Karen takes another look around the place, fidgeting with her hands at her chest. I know she had a lot on her mind these days, but for once, she seems a little relieved. So, I'll look forward to living with you here, starting today.
何急に。
It's important to start these things on the right foot. So, what about your stuff?
見ての通りこれだけ。
A single sad suitcase. Alright, you were just homeless just a few days ago.
そうよ。身軽でいいでしょ。わかってるわよ。どうせ私はホームレス女ですよ。
Homeless. I'm sorry, okay? I won't tease you about it anymore. In any case, I guess we're pretty much done moving. All that's left is to find the nearest konbini, super, and byoin. But before that, I'm kinda hungry. Karen, you hungry?
少し
Wanna go get a bite to eat? Karen takes out her saifu and checks her money. Okane. Looks like she's doing well saving the money I let her. What would you like?
私はいいや後でスーパーにでも行って半額弁当を
I like how she thinks about the finance as well. I want ramen and gyoza.
私何も聞いてないんだけどいやい
Don't worry, I'll treat you to commemorate our move.
やどうしてそうなるの
What? You don't like ramen?
いやむしろ好きな方
Shoyu, miso, shio, miso, tonkotsu. Which of those four do you like best?
塩豚骨
You're just being obtuse on purpose, aren't you? Yeah, that's a weird... Shio tonkotsu. Yeah, I know some places have that kind of weird-ass combination. But it's overpowered by the tonkotsu to the point that, you know what, it's just basically tonkotsu that's a little saltier than usual. Just pick one of the four bases, man. Just keep it clean. Anyway.
なんでよ美味しいんだから別にいいでしょ
Could you not snap at every little thing? You gotta be suffering from high blood pressure or something. Oh, okay. Might as well go out and eat. Well, we got something to celebrate.
お金ないからいい
And said I'd treat you.
ダメ初期費用まで出してもらってるのにその上でまたあんたに甘えるなんて私のプライドが許さない
Your pride, huh? Looks like your stomach doesn't care much for your pride.
いらないいらないいらないいらない
Look, I'm not doing this for you, okay?
どういうこと
It's kind of been a dream of mine to eat out with my kanajo. So basically, I'm asking you to join me for a meal so I can fulfill my selfish desires. Onegai?
それなら仕方ないこの人がおごりたいから仕方ないよねそう私は彼のわがままに付き合ってるだけ決して私からおねだりしたわけじゃないよし
Thank God they got an expert for being a tsundere here, man. Made up your mind?
別にいいよ
You sour bastard. Hmm? Karen, where are you going to sleep? You don't have a futon.
Oh.
Wait. Don't tell me you. Look, I know we're dating, but you want to sleep with me already?
違うわよ分かってるくせに
My bad. Right. Since we're living together now, we're going to need a second bed of some sort.
予備の布団持ってない
How much is a futon anyway? No, that'll be too convenient. She looks at her saifu again and sighs. Nah, Karen.
いいよさすがにそこまでしてもらうわけには布団って結構高いから
Let's sleep together.
寝ないよ
But I mean, you don't want to spend more money on you. Do you? That means we got no other choice but to sleep together.
なんでそうなるのそんなことできるわけないでしょまた彼氏ぶってるねえそうなんでしょ
You really need to calm down.
だって一緒に寝るとかあんたが
Was joking, okay? What's with the shitty half-ass punches? Is that really the full extent of your regret? Rage? Wait. Maybe I should take a little break. I'll be right back. I've been making a lot of mistakes. Okay, I'm back. I know I'm being a bit overbearing, but as long as we're living under the same roof, I can't let her live such a pitiful life. Regardless of whether or not I'm her Kadashi, she's gonna need a place to sleep. Listen up, you got two options. We either buy a new futon, or you can sleep in the same futon as me. And don't try telling me you're just going to sleep on the floor, okay? That's not an option. And of course, I'm a man. If I'm gonna sleep in the same futon as a woman, there's no telling what I will or won't do. Call me whatever you like. I got a bit of savings in the bank, you know? You should act so reserved, or I'll feel insulted. Necessities are necessities. It's not a waste of money to buy things you need, is it? Now that we're living together, I want you to live with at least the essentials a woman needs to live. Meaning, I can't have you sleeping on the floor, nor can I have you selling for shitty, cheap-ass shampoos.
じゃあ借りるだけ。そう、仕事始まったらちゃんと返す。絶対返すから借りるだけ。
Yeah, I got it. You can pay me back anytime you want. Whatever works best for you.
今その気持ちだけでも今は3000と1円ならあるよ。
I should not touch the money I lent her yet. I bet Karen is the kind of person who never lets their friends treat them to dinner. She's too straight-laced. Pointlessly prideful even. No, really, it's okay. It's your money. Use it wisely.
じゃあ1円
I don't need it, okay?
1円玉だってコツコツ貯めれば結構貯まるもん。
Do you know how small the interest rate is? Anyway. You sound like some stingy old wife.
ああ、笑った。1円を笑うものは10円で10回笑えるんだよ。
I don't get it. Well, for now, I'll go eat and buy some daily necessities.
うん。でも何もかも本当ごめんね。
Okay. I'm gonna have to ban apologize for every little thing like that. We're living together starting today, so we might as well just be casual around each other, you know? We're sort of like family now. Again. All over again. It'll be hard living together while acting so coldly towards each other. If we're gonna live together, then I'd like it if you could feel at ease here. It'll be terrible having to come back every day to a home you hate, wouldn't it? Sometimes, I can't help but lecture Karen. It must be the result of having an imoto. But I don't think there's anything wrong with what I'm asking for here. Considering Karen's nature, it might be best for me to take the lead for a while. Oh, future workplace. Anyway, after arriving at the shopping mall, Karen went around the bedding store, simply at everything. I don't get it. We weren't getting anywhere, so we decided to just eat lunch for now. Karen's looking up beddings with her phone, while I go order ramen. Private Karen, anything to report on your bed finding mission?
まだだよ。
One sheet of ramen for Karen, and one large shoyu ramen and some gyoza for me. It kind of surprises me how women can eat just a small bowl of ramen and be full. I sneak a peek at Karen's phone, only to find her browsing a site completely unrelated to bedding. Flower bouquets? What's that about? Nah, Karen. What are you here for today again?
お昼をおごってもらう？
Here, store for the wait.
ああ、美味しそう。本当にいいの？
Yeah, eat up before it gets stale.
ごめんね。じゃあ、いただきます。
Yup, let's eat. Wait, forget about that. You're supposed to be looking for a bed, remember? Or a futon or whatever. I mean, sure, we came for food too, but you didn't forget about the bed, did you?
ああ、ベッド。そうなんだけどさ。
Karen cradles her phone with an awkward smile on her face. This is starting to get kind of annoying. Let's just order something online. I'll sleep on the floor until it'll rise. You can go ahead and use my phone in the meantime.
でもさ、やっぱベッドって結構するよ。
Yeah. Just get a sleeping mat or something for now. Buying a bed without doing any research is a great way to end up with crippling back pain after all. By the way, I think one of my most expensive personal investments at home, furniture is my bed. No, actually, it is my bed. Very important to get a very good bed. If you're gonna invest in furniture at home, get a very good bed. It'll save you years. Not gonna lie, it's gonna save you years. Anyway, either way, hurry up and pick up something. Otherwise, I'll end up sleeping on the floor forever.
なんでよ、私が床で寝るって。
Oh yeah, on the subject a while ago. After the bed, be sure to pick like a very ergonomic chair as your next investment. the chair where you spend most of your time on. Anyway. You stop thinking like a hobo already, you dumbass? Anyway, now that we decided to order a futon online, let's go buy some daily necessities once we're done eating. We silently slurp our ramen for a while. Might as well try to have some fun and start a conversation. Yeah, that's what we need right now. Some silly banter. Sa, Karen. Are you the kind of girl who watches cheesy romance dramas? Talk about an overreaction.
恋愛ドラマ？そうだな、少しは。
Well, sure, I'm kind of the same.
終わり？
Why is it only now that I can't think of anything to say? And them. You see cliche couples a lot who start off on the wrong foot but quickly become inseparable, right? There are a lot of variations in that trope, but still, it's common, right?
あるね、たくさん。
You know, if you think about our situation, we're kind of like those cliche couples. Makes me wonder how we look to the people around us.
何が？
I think I understand why she's never had a boyfriend now. That's fine. Don't worry about it. Forget I said anything.
何それ？自分から話振っといて説明もできないの？
Nope. I got a speech disorder, see?
情けないを通り越して呆れた。
Yeah. Be baffled all you want. People have been glancing at us every now and then. Does she not realize that everyone around us is assuming we're a couple? I'm surprised. I didn't realize how clueless you would be about this. I feel like I've tricked you a bit, so take a look around. Everyone around us thinks we're a couple in the middle of a lover's quarrel.
そんなの分かるわけないでしょ。
I love Karen, man. I really love Karen. You wear your heart on your sleeve, you know.
それを言うならあんただって。
I'm confident my face isn't as red as yours.
やだ。本当恥ずかしい。
I can't tell if she's actually pissed or if she's enjoying herself deep down. Either way, Karen and I finish our ramen in silence, averting our eyes and blushing every time we make eye contact.
ねえ、体を洗うタオルは別々でいいでしょ？
Of course it don't. I mean, it'll be gross to use the same towel as me, so let's get about 100 towels.
そういうわけじゃないって。でもこれは一応ね。
Karen was a little reserved at first, but the more we look at toiletries, the better her mood gets. Just like Ako, I guess shopping is the ticket to cheering women up. Is it? I don't know.
うちのお風呂って追い焚きあったっけ？
Nope. That's just about the only inconvenience I can think of, though.
じゃあお風呂は私が先ね。ぬるいの嫌だし。
Huh? You sure?
いいのって。まさか私のその毛とか探したりしないでしょうね。気持ち悪い。
Of course not, you dumbass.
いいのとか聞いてきたくせに。
Listen, Karen, every man is perverted deep down. But right now, I'm your Kadashi. I won't stoop to something that perverted.
出た。彼氏ってやっぱりちょっと調子に乗ってきてない？
I'm just being honest.
これよくない？温泉の素。
I like how she changes like that. Huh? Bath salts? I gotta ask, do you really use bath additives? I heard that they can mess up bath heaters, so...
そうだよね。ごめん。ちょっとお買い物楽しくなっちゃって。
Nah, it's kinda nice watching you frolic around the store. I wish there was a concept of bath heaters here, you know? When I usually fill the bath, by the time I, after 10 minutes later, especially in wintertime, it's already cold, man. I wish I could reheat the water. Anyway. Okay, let's buy it. Let's have a bath fit for the Amazonas tonight.
アマゾです？もうちょっとマシなの選んでよ。
It's actually kind of fun shopping with someone like this. I know Kakeru mentioned it earlier, but Karen and I might actually be more compatible than I thought.
あとは何がいるかな？お箸と食器はとりあえずあなたの借りればいいとして。
Karen appears to be diligently written down everything she needs on the notepad. She's pretty organized, huh?
ね、あと何かあったかな？どうかした？
No, nothing at all. I was just having fun watching you, since you look like you were enjoying yourself.
いいから買ってきて！3分以内！
What's your problem? Karen shoves her shopping list into my hands. What happened to the blushing Karen, who was all, "Oh, I can't possibly take advantage of your generosity toward little me"?
うるさい！そう、これは恋人料ってことで、あなたは払うのが当たり前だから。
Could you cut that out? You're making this sound like a compensated dating. Read the boyfriend, read a girlfriend. That fucking series is not yet over. Anyway. We spend some time walking through the mall, buying all the necessities we can think of. After a while, Karen realizes something and pushes her shopping bag onto me. What's wrong? Forgot to buy something?
ちょっと職場に挨拶してくる。
Workplace? Here in the mall?
あそこ。
Karen points to the flower shop called Annie. Ah, so your new job is at a flower shop.
ごめん、ちょっとお願い。すぐ済むから。
She heads off to the shop, her heels tapping away as she walks. She quickly greets a staff member. Wow, flower shop, huh? I'm not really sure why I'm impressed. I don't have a clue what a flower shop employee actually does. Oh wait, I remember. Okay, suddenly I had the flashback of the later part of the story. I remember he goes on to fix their accounting software. I just remembered he does that. Man, it's been a while since I read this VN, but like, oh yeah, I'm starting to remember stuff. Wait, did I read this line? Oh my god, I already forgot. Brain just went somewhere else. Let me reread it. I'm not really sure why I'm impressed. I don't have a clue what a flower shop employee actually does. Stick some price tag on flowers, hit some buttons in the register, talk about plants, fill out orders. For a second, I end up imagining a customer service smile on Karen's face. She's got a rough mouth, but she's actually cute when she smiles. I'm starting to fall in love with her already, am I? Whoa, am I okay? Just because I'm an adult, that doesn't mean I should be that desperate for affection.
ごめん、行こう。どうした？
Well, was just taken by surprise when you said you're gonna work at a flower shop. You have a thing for flowers and decorative plants?
私、フラワーアレンジがやりたくて。
Oh, flower arrangements, huh?
あそこの店長、ああ見えてすごい人なんだよ。
Huh? That's the store manager? That's quite an unusual manager in worse ways than one. What do you mean? What exactly did you mean, my bro?
本当に私ここで働くんだな。
By the way, flowers and flower arrangements are serious businesses in Japan. Anyway. Wait, what did they both of these two took up design in university, right? Well, I understand for like flower arrangements, but I have a feeling if you're going to be doing flower arrangements after going to like a university course, you should have at least been doing that ever since you were like, I don't know, like when you were like 5 years old or something. I don't know, man. Because I know flower arrangements can get to serious business in Japan. Like, you know. Karen must have really wanted to work here. Her face lit up as soon as we arrived. I didn't expect her to be into flowers, but more importantly... say. Oh, wait. Oh, wait. Now I'm suddenly remembering why I'm suddenly had this urge to reread Making Lovers. Because I remember reading this, I did mention, like, I read this, like, around, I don't know, 2001? I mean, 2021 or 2022? 2021? What did I say 2001? 2021 or 2022? And I think I was reading it around the time... around Thanksgiving time, so maybe that's why. Although I think in 2021 was the year, the Thanksgiving that year, I was reading Totono. Yeah, that was what I was reading during that time, or 2020. I can't remember right now. It's been a long while ago. Anyway, going for the tangent. Let's continue. Say, I didn't know you could smile like that.
悪い？
I mean, I meant that as a compliment. No need to get defensive about every little thing. It makes me feel good when you smile. So by all means, keep smiling like that when you get home today. Get home today.
嫌だ。
This is the thing I like about Karen. Yeah, that's it. That's the stuff. So she's into flower arrangements. You could tell by the smile on her face how much she wants that job. I guess it's her dream job or her calling even. She was betrayed by her roommate, driven from her home, and left without any money, leaving her homeless, without even a place to be. Ah, Karen! The way Karen is chasing her creative vision, despite all the fucked up shit that has happened to her, is admirable. Plain and simple. Makes me want to root for her. No ulterior motives attached. I leave the mall with Karen and head home with 2 large plastic bags in my left hand. Once my left hand gets tired, I switch to my right. And when my right gets tired, I switch back to my left and so on. Let's take a bath once we get home.
そっち先に入っていいよ。私シャワーだけでいいから。
Wait, what? You're gonna hold back now after you already said you want to take the first bath every night? There must have been some sort of event nearby today. There's so much foot traffic that it's hard to walk. You know, walking home down the toilet road with Karen on my side really reinforces how we're living together now. Ah, it really does feel kind of strange, huh? We meet for the first time in ages, and then we're suddenly living together. And we're even talking about our bad schedule. Now that I think about it, maybe some invisible force was working behind the scenes to bring us to the same mixer.
災難に災難が重なった結果だよ。運命とかそんなんじゃないから。
Sure, Karen. Man, I know I'm not one to talk, but you really have no sense of wonder, do you?
いちいちうるさ。あ、も
Hey, are you okay? The sea of people we're wading through nearly separates us, but I grab onto Karen's hand before it can. Sorry, you must hate the idea of holding hands with me, right?
違う。
I got distracted. I'm kidding. Just be careful, okay? There's a lot of people out today. We end up walking home hand in hand. So now, as good a time as any to do this. Say, hey Karen, take this. Don't lose it, okay? It's the key to our new apartment. It's your home now too. So it'll be a hassle if you didn't have a copy. That's our only spare. So don't lose it, okay? I'm serious.
分かってるよ、それくらい。家の鍵なくすとか小学生じゃないんだから。
Good. That's a relief. Wow, Karen's fingers are really slender. Holding her hand like this makes it so easy to tell. I don't know if she's aware of this or not, but I seem to be just as nervous as her. Shit, my hands isn't getting sweaty, is it?
ね
Hmm? What's up? You can let go if it's too embarrassing.
違うって。
Then what is it?
今夜はちゃんと私がご飯作ってあげるからさ。楽しみにしててね。
This route. Oh shit. Karen, can you say that line one more time, please?
やだ。
Dumbass, you're supposed to humor me. Come on, say it already.
何笑ってんの？気持ち悪い。
What's wrong with being gross? 気悪い。
罵倒されて喜んでるし。
God damn it. Now that's just not fair. Perhaps I need to be a little more careful. Here I am, face to face with a fresh out of college tsundere who's exactly my age. She might be even cuter and more charming than I had previously imagined.
Making lovers.
Truly, this is the route. That is the Gosling. Gosling simulator. This is literally the Gosling simulator. Fucking hell, I'm remembering all of it now. Fucking hell, man. I thought you guys said we're gonna make it. Anyway, since the bed would have taken too much precious living space, Karen had bought a futon instead. And so we finally got in a good night's sleep. It'll probably take some time before we get used to our current living arrangements. But for now, I say we cleared up our biggest problems. Now then, how's Karen doing? Ah, looks like she's still asleep. This will be her first day at her new job. That makes today a special occasion. It should be alright to take over breakfast cooking duty for today. Okay, just a little bit more. I'm summoning Professor Ham and Egg, the stalwart defender of breakfast. Ham and egg? It should be bacon and egg, but whatever. I'm a half-cooked yolk kind of guy. I'd like to give the yolk a little more heat, but the eggs are already starting to let out some white smoke, so I'm a little worried about the reverse side. Yo. Karen disappears into the bathroom. What's her deal?
おはよう。
Chodoi. Breakfast is just about ready. I place a glass and plate on the small table. I wonder if Karen likes her ham and eggs with Worcestershire sauce or shoyu. Or, I guess just shio is an option too.
なんで？ご飯は私が作るのに。もしかして私の料理美味しくない？
No, that's not why. I just happened to wake up early, so I thought I'd cook today. I mean, there's no way a girl who uses dashi for scrambled eggs could cook anything bad. And you cook yesterday too. I'm not half bad at cooking, so there's no harm in letting me handle a meal every now and then.
そう。
I like the blush. She restlessly combs her fingers through her hair before taking a seat. My brain. I'm having this dyslexic moment. I guess I'm getting too tired for the day. By the way, are you the red dashi type of girl or the white dashi type?
白だけど。
Okay, then it'll be red. Dashi? They were talking about miso soup. I was like wondering, why are they talking about red dashi and shiro dashi? But the only ones that I know is miso. There's the red miso and white miso. White miso tends to be a little bit more sweeter. That's why I was like, wait, something feels wrong, but I kept at it. Maybe there is dashi that's... Anyway, whatever. I open the white miso packet and pour it into Karen's bowl. Karen must be apprehensive of my cooking since she's looking at me from behind.
思いっきりインスタントじゃん。
Yeah, man. Why are you doing instant for miso soup, man? Making miso soup is super easy, guys. It's super damn easy, man. It's one of the easiest things you could make. Anyway. Hey, don't knock it before you try it. It's actually pretty good nowadays. The water is almost heated, so hang tight. I like the healthy benefits of miso soup. You only get that if you don't use instant, man. You use the real thing, and you shouldn't overboil your miso if you want to keep the healthy bacteria in. Anyway.
やっぱ私作るよ。
Yeah, sit down. Ham and eggs came out fine, didn't they? Okay, I did spill some yolk, but that shouldn't affect the taste. Kinda looks a little at the slightly misshapen breakfast and smiles.
頑張って作った感やばいんだけど。
Fine, Karen, fine. I tried at least. Oh, fuck. Sorry. I was gonna take a screenshot, man. I really like that. The grin.
頑張って作った感やばいんだけど。
I really like that grin with the line. You don't have to eat it if you don't want to.
いただきます。
I place the last plate on the table and take a seat. We then silently put our hands together and pick up our chopsticks. Cooking breakfast again has only reinforced my guilt towards making Karen do all the cooking. So anyway, why'd you ignore me earlier? I mean, before you went to the bathroom, did you not hear me call out to you?
仕方ないでしょ。あんたにボサボサの頭とか見られたくないから先に直したの。
Wow, that's so cute. I mean, I wouldn't mind, but okay. She actually gives a shit about that.
なぜ笑う？
I'm just wondering how long you're gonna be that obstinate for.
ずっとだから。あんたに笑われるくらいなら毎日頑張って早起きして準備した方がマシだもん。
Well, it'll be pretty nice having a kanajo who goes through the trouble of prettying herself up every morning just for me.
あんたのためじゃないから。
Then who is it for?
私のプライドのためだから。
Yeah, okay. Don't snap at your karashi first thing in the morning just like that. It wouldn't hurt to act lovingly every now and then, would it?
わ出た彼氏気取り。一応言っとくけどそういうのうざいだけだからね。
They really got the perfect VA for this. That's a good thing they got her as Karen's VA, man. That's getting real old real fast. Karen shoves her breakfast into her mouth with a frown still on her face. Hey, can you do something about those table manners?
悪かったわね。こういう乱暴な女なの。
Well, the alternative is her apologizing every time we make eye contact. This is much better, I guess. Say, Karen. You're working at the flower shop starting today, right? What exactly are you doing there?
どんなことって、仕事の内容ってこと？
Yeah, what sort of things will you be responsible for?
接客もするし、計算とか事務的なこともするし、いろいろだよ。
Yeah, I kind of figured. I mean, it's not like you're just selling flowers, right?
当たり前じゃん。やることいっぱいだよ。
As soon as we start talking about the flower shop, Karen's mood visibly brightens up. Whenever Karen talks about the subject, you can really tell that she really loves flowers and flower arrangement. I kind of want to see you at work.
興味あるなら見に来ればいいじゃん。
Huh? I can come and visit?
お客さんとして来れば？私は無視するけど。
That's harsh! Hidoi. You're supposed to greet me with your customer service smile and say, いらっしゃい.
あんたには営業スマイルも安売りしないって決めてるの。
That bright smile of yours is sending me mixed messages here. That's a really cute smile. You said the manager is amazing, right?
そうそう、ベッキーっていう人なんだけど、私あの人に憧れてどうしても一緒に働きたいってお願いしたんだ。
Becky? I thought the manager was a man. Was I wrong?
男。あの人オカマだから。
Oh, huh. An okama. I kind of suspected that. But more importantly, Becky. Is that a nickname? By the way, if you're not familiar with what okama means, it's literally gay. Wait. I'm trying to remember. There's a specific term for a cross-dresser, but... a cross-dresser, but he's a he. Well, there's a term for actually being gay. So they are they, he, or whatever the fuck they want to be called. Their pronouns. Wait, let me double check. Oh, okay. So no. I thought they differentiated a cross-dresser versus like an actual gay person, because I know that there are some actual dudes who cross-dress, but they consider themselves as a man, and there's actually gay. I thought there was a difference between the two. I mean, there was two different terms for it. But anyway, let's continue for now.
いや、本当にすごいんだよ、あの人の作品。オカマだからって侮っちゃダメ。ホテルとか式場とかいろんなところに飾られるんだから。
The sanitized text. Don't you just love the ending of Subahibi without that one line? Anyway. No. That one line. They really had no chill for that one line in Subahibi. Anyway. No! I wasn't looking down on them or anything. Was just caught a bit off guard, I guess.
私、あの人の元でテクニックを根こそぎ盗んでくるんだから。
Okay, well, good luck with that. When she looks at me with sparkling eyes like that, I got no choice but to cheer her on.
その、あんたがいろいろしてくれたおかげだから、感謝くらいしてあげる。
Yeah, you're welcome.
これ、割と美味しいよ。
Yeah, that's good. I guess all that effort paid off. Well, nani?
一人暮らしってやっぱ寂しい？
Baron, don't remind me. Yeah, I guess it does feel lonely sometimes. Sometimes when I caught a cold, I think, man, if only I had a job. I fucking hate this. It's making me remember all the times when I'm too sick. I can't even get out of the bed, and I just had to. Fucking hell, man.
そう。
There's nobody to clean after you. So if you leave your home a mess, you come back to a messy home. And I look at my apartment right now. That is the absolute state of my life. That's kind of depressing too.
そりゃそうだよ。帰っていきなり部屋が綺麗になってたら怖すぎ。
But on the bright side, at least you don't have to deal with your parents. No more worrying about your cousin or Tosan tossing out your erohon.
最低。
Okay, enough with the laughter. When I lived alone, I didn't have anyone to have fun conversations with over meals either. Wait, I thought you had breakfast with your so-called friend. I guess you guys just eat and don't even talk? Okay, whatever. Except for when Ako came to visit, I guess. Okay, oh yeah, there's also Ako. And no, Kakura is a cow. Okay, fine. I get it. Karen eats every last bite of breakfast, stacks up the dishes, and then gets up.
じゃあ私着替えないとだからしばらくお風呂場来ないでね。
Alright, I'll take care of the dishes, so you can just leave them there.
そう？じゃあお願いします。
Sure thing. A bit later, once I finish eating breakfast, Karen steps out of the bathroom in a nice lean suit. I send her off with a smile. I guess I should look for a new part-time job myself. I wander aimlessly as I look up classifieds on my phone. There are a lot of job offers, but I don't want to end up with some backbreaking labor. I've been thinking about something lately. Karen's actually got her shit together, way more than an aimless wanderer like me, doesn't she? I think I'm starting to genuinely respect her. It's from Karen. Wait, isn't she working right now? Why, hello there, it's me. Karen's koibito. How does she?
切りたい。今すぐ切ってやりたい。
Then why don't you?
痛いけど、今はそれどころじゃないから。
Now's not the time?
お願い。今すぐ店に来てくれる？
Huh? Did something happen?
いいから。私たちじゃ手に負えないの。待ってるから。
We? That's way too vague. And more importantly, what exactly can't they handle? I get a little anxious as I rush over Karen's flower shop as quickly as humanly possible. I like how she wears an apron over her suit. You know, she looks like your typical OL, but for some reason she wears an apron over it. So when I don't know, it's like it's too formal looking for a flower shop. But I don't know, maybe this is like one of those fancy flower shops. But then again, a fancy flower shop would be, I don't know, man. Anyway, Karen rushes up to me as soon as I reach the shop.
遅い！早くお願い！
Hey, hold on. What's the rush?
来た。その子ね。早く来てこっち。
Huh? Wait! The two of them grab me in their arms and drag me into the store like some sort of rare alien specimen.
早く入って！
Huh? Excuse me, manager.
何よ。
Your arms are a lot burlier than I thought.
この子超失礼。
Please, just tell me what happened.
というわけでこれ動かなくて。あなたこういうの得意でしょ？
Alright, we're already here. The thing I suddenly remembered. The thing about like the computers and accounting and stuff like that. And eventually they'll contract our guy. Alright, computer trouble. They drag me into the office to show me one of the several computers. I guess it's on the fritz, and they want me to fix it. Wait a second, just contact the vendor. Why did you summon me? The screen is pitch black. Are they not getting power?
今たくさん受注が入ってるんだけど、ご覧のありさまで。昨日打った表計算のデータが開けないのよ。
Oh yeah, they're just using fucking Excel to just account for stuff. Is that data on another another PC or server somewhere?
サーバーってなんだっけそれ、機械？
So this is how it's gonna be, huh? Karen seems just as clueless.
あんたこの前パソコンいじってたじゃん。できるでしょ？
Gives you the idea that a guy using a computer must be some sort of computer expert. Seriously, just call the vendor. I can't do anything if any of the parts have died.
でも業者は
Karen looks dubiously at the manager.
あんな連中もう二度と信用できないわ。
What? I guess they have some sort of long-standing dispute with a vendor.
ねえベッキー、また受注来てますけどどうしたらいいですか？
とりあえず紙に書いておいて、後で入力するから。
かしこまり。
So what's the situation?
電源は押せば一応入るんだけど、少しいじるとすぐ青い画面が出てフリーズするのよね。
Oh man, blue screen of that, holy shit.
時間を置くと少しだけ治るんだけど、またすぐ止まっちゃって。疲れてるのかなこの子。
The little guy's tired. My little computer. You worked too hard today. Maybe the hard drive's dead. Please don't ask me to recover lost data.
あんたやっぱり詳しそう。お願い、私たちこういうの全然ダメで。
Please, don't put so much faith in me. I don't actually know that much technical stuff.
ベッキーもね、お花に関してはカリスマなんだけど、パソコンは点でダメで。
Oh shit. I need to go soon because I want to continue my Sakura Moyu recording. I just realized it's 8:59 p.m. let me finish this scene. I wanted to get to at least the first Aishi, but it looks like it's way further than I thought. But oh well. That's kind of a power move for a new employee.
まあいいのよ、私がそうさせてるの。
Huh? Well, why?
ベッキーって呼ばれた方が可愛い感じするじゃない？
Don't ask me.
あなたも私のことベッキーって呼んでちょうだい。
No thanks. You got it, Mr. Ben. This man, no chill. Hates them.
あなた可愛いわね。でもそれは見せずにしておいて。
I thought you were a man. The manager tries to touch my shoulder, so I dodge. There are some limitations. Tencho. Okay, I'll see what I can do. So please go back to work. It's kind of hard to work when you got eyes staring at your back.
はーい、お願いするわね。くそな業者に頼んでも違法な値段をつけられるんだから。
Why do I feel like my life's endangered if I can't fix it?
はい、もしもし、フラワーショップアニーです。はい、ありがとうございます。
Karen looks at me with concern as she answers the phone. No, if I can fix it, but I can at least try. I might break it if I mess with it the wrong way, but I can at least troubleshoot the issue.
はい、バラの花束ですね。本数はいかがなさいますか？
Now that I think about it, couldn't they just recreate yesterday's spreadsheet on another computer? If the data is that important, they should have left a paper trail, right? The spreadsheet software is on the other computers too, right?
入ってるには入ってるんだけど。
Is there some sort of problem?
私たち前にクソ業者に作ってもらった表のテンプレートがないと入力もままならなくって。
I'm wondering what kind of shitty thing the vendor did. They did that so they could force their customers to... I've seen this before. The template's on this computer.
そういうこと。
There's a woman tinkering on another computer here, so she just screwed up without this template then. That's a pretty gaping oversight, isn't it? How's this business even operating?
いろいろ大事なデータが入ってるから絶対直してね。
I can't make any guarantees, but I'll do my best. What's the point of even having computers that don't work? Blue screen of death. I tried booting the computer and changed some settings, but the screen freezes in less than 5 minutes. As we've already established, the computer won't restart immediately after blue screening, so the cryptic English text just lingers there for a while.
あ、これよこれ。何度やってもこれが出るから からもう私この画面見ただけで怖くなっちゃって。
That's so cute, Karen. Karen comes back after finishing that phone call. Calm down. Computers are basically machines, so something has to be causing the problem somewhere.
どうわかる？
Hang on a sec. My English isn't particularly good, but I get the gist of what these words are trying to tell me. It's overheating like crazy. Oh, maybe the computer just needs to be cleaned up, or the thermal paste needs to be replaced, or If it gets better when you leave it alone for a while, then probably something dodgy about the power supply. Oh yeah, there's also the power supply, but he mentioned something about overheating. Well, yeah, there is a chance the power supply might do that, but don't think the power supply causes overheating unless there's something faulty that causes it to get more energy than it should be, than it's delivering to the computer or something like that. I don't know. I'll go check the event viewer later, but for now, I guess I'll open her up and take a look. I turn off the power and place the tower on its side. The screws on the back are loose enough to turn by hand. I guess the vendor must have opened it at some point. But even without the screws, the case just won't budge. Huh? It's stuck on something. Karen, can you push it from the other side?
はい。
Maybe the power supply unit reaches end of life. The fan isn't spinning. By the way, a power supply unit, no, from my experience, because I used to do stuff with that. But anyway, for a power supply unit, there's something extremely wrong with the power supply. Most likely than not, it isn't gonna even turn on at all, or it will suddenly shut down. Like, you know, it'll just black out instead of like go to the blue screen of that. Anyway, wait, what the hell?
何？
This thing's dusty as hell. Okay, there you go. I knew it. They just needed to clean it. I knew it. There's a huge lumps of dust everywhere inside the case. God damn. Has no one ever cleaned this computer before?
そんなのわかんない。私だって今日初めてだし。
Yeah, that's right. I doubt technological alert manager here even knows you have to clean computers, which means the computer hasn't been cleaned since the day it was bought. However how many years ago that was. This dust is probably causing the overheating.
ほこり？ PC って掃除しないとなんだ。
Obviously, if overheating is the problem, then the CPU's thermal paste might need to be replaced too. That's good to know. I still remember how to work with the internals of computers.
CPU？
Is it okay if I go out to buy some supplies?
直せる？
I won't know until I try, but it shouldn't be too hard if this is indeed the problem.
わかった。私この後表出ないとだから一人で行ける？
Yeah, will you guys reimburse me if I bring back the receipt?
さすがにそれくらい出してもらえると思うよ。直してもらってるんだし。
I checked my site food. Okay, that should be probably enough. The shopping mall has a store that sells PC parts and accessories. I buy some thermal paste and get back to the shop. The manager Becky is in the back in the office, and Karen's out front serving customers. I'm a little hesitant to use cheap silicone thermal paste, so I chose a reliable nano diamond compound just to be safe. I should have bought an air duster too. I borrow a screwdriver and carefully disassemble the parts.
こんなにバラバラにして元に戻せるの？
PC parts are delivery designed to each have their own unique shapes so that everything fits in the proper place.
すごいわ。私パソコンに強い男の人って尊敬しちゃう。
Can you please stop touching me without good reason? Okay, I guess that should do it. I somehow managed to remove the dust and apply the thermal paste. If this doesn't do the trick, I'll need to do some further inspection. But for now, let's turn it on and see. Okay, it sounds a lot quieter than before. Let's go online and install some free temperature monitoring software.
どう？治った？
Looks like we got a crowd again. The temperature reading seems to be in order. As long as this keeps up, everything should be fine, I think.
すごいありがとう。
やっぱりメカに強い子がいると安心感がやばいわね。
Don't mention it. I was just doing my duty as a doctor. I like that reference.
あなたそれが言いたかっただけでしょ。
It feels kind of nice to be applauded. But in any case, this OS is 3 generations old. Fucking XP. Windows XP. Anyway.
そんなこと言われても私そもそもその OS ってのが何かわからないわ。
It's... Well... How do I explain it? Did it just buy whatever the vendor recommended? This is a shitty OS that stopped receiving support ages ago, so it might be time to swap it out for the newest one. Wait, what the hell is this?
今度は何？
These folders are so disorganized. The orders, the codes, the balance sheets are jumbled up in the same folder. Oh yeah, this is why... Okay, now I remember why they contract him for like the whole accounting software thing. If I remember correctly.
ダメなの？
This is a place of business, isn't it? There's personal customer information here too. You have to manage it properly. Oh man, personal customer information. That is really important. Anyway, forget it. I can't just sit by and watch. I'll do it myself. By the way, what was the template you need to use for data entry?
これよ、これ。
The manager points at the file name made strictly out of numbers, located in the messy work folder. Okay, this? I bet the vendor put the template together. It's probably filled with macros. It literally is a fucking spreadsheet, Excel spreadsheet with fucking macros. This is putting some flashbacks to me. Back in the day, making those fucking Windows fucking... It's good freelancer money. Anyway. Back in the day.
よかった。これがないと私たち。
You sure you guys aren't getting scammed? What the hell kind of vendor have you been dealing with? You can find order management software for free all over the internet. That shitty vendor scamming you for sure. Charging a technologically illiterate client for free software? What year is this? How? If you're going to be in business, you should at least provide a user manual. I'll put together some simpler macros for you. I'll prepare a manual too. So, you all better study up. So please, just do better. And you, glasses girl, may I have a word with you?
私?
No more filling in sequential numbers by hand. Look, you missed one. What kind of spreadsheet is this anyway? For now, I teach her how to use the fill handle tool to quickly enter in sequential numbers. You just double click, you just drag. If you enter it in sequences by hand, you're bound to make a mistake somewhere just like that. So use the fill handle from now on. In fact, you probably don't even need to do that manually. If you make the macros perfectly well enough, you can design an interface and you never had to touch the spreadsheet itself. You know, you never had to touch it. You just create some sort of interface that you can click. You click simpler button. You click a simple user interface with just buttons. You never touch the actual spreadsheet. The spreadsheet works as a database. Anyway.
すごい。何これ。こんなの言われなきゃ絶対わからないよ。
Come on, this is basic knowledge. Even middle schoolers learn how to do this in computer class. Karen, are you sure you'll be okay working here? I'm feeling all sorts of new and uncomfortable anxieties. Is there really a future for a company without any employees with basic computer literacy? I mean, I guess they're hard carried by being that good with the actual business itself, but you know. I know it's not my place to criticize, but I'm seriously worried about Karen.
レッキー、さっきバラの花束をご予約いただいたお客様が来られてるんですけど。
ああ、今行くからね。カレンちゃん、ちょっと電話代わってもらえる？
Here, I'll set it up so you can calculate the monthly total at the push of a button. And over here, I'll set it up so you can output the bill automatically from the overview.
すげえ。お兄さんマジすげえ。
Was just doing my duty as a doctor.
だからあなたそれを言いたいだけでしょ。
Anyway, tonikaku, I guess this settles all the emergency measures. If you tell me to do anything else, I'll really have to start charging. She's wowed by her kakkoi kareshi. Karen, are you the break or something?
いや、ちょっと。
Just what? You're holding that phone's kind of stiff there.
やっぱ詳しいんだ。
Do you know how many guys? This really hits their target market, man. This really hits their target market. They know a little thing or two about computers. A little. I wouldn't say I'm an expert. It's just that I was forced to take a data processing certification test in college.
カレンちゃん、電話早く。
Oh, that reminds me that Ayanaru used to study IT. Oh yeah, before she decided to become a VA. Anyway.
もしもし、お待たせいたしました。ご注文承ります。
Who are you? And what did you do to Karen? That's a little shocking to hear her customer service voice.
はい、ございますよ。プレゼント用ですか？で、
As Karen takes notes during the phone call, she looks at me straight in the eye and blows me a raspberry. I'll respond with a ahegao. Karen's in an oddly good mood for some reason. Why? Did she like my ahegao that much? What's wrong with me? What am I blushing for? It hasn't been that long since Karen and I reunited for the first time in ages. Why do I feel so restless, so nervous around her now? Regardless of the circumstances, it's kind of hard to believe that we're living in the same room right now.
ありがとうございました。またお願いします。
I'm gonna call it in here. Am I gonna read this again? Big question of the day. Where's the save button? I don't know, man. I'll just do this whenever I feel like it. So who knows? Maybe the next time's literally next year. I don't know, man. I just played this because I wanted something therapeutic. All right, I'm gonna go back to recording Sakura Moyu. I'll probably do another hour of recording or two, maybe one. Then I'll call it in for today. Anyway, that's it for Making Lovers. I don't know when I don't even know if I'm continuing this. I have so much in my backlog. I just wanted something therapeutic, but yeah, there's nothing stopping me from taking this maybe next week when I don't know, man. Whenever I feel like it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy watching, and I'll see you guys in the Sakura Moyu, or when am I gonna do Harukana Sora? I have to take care of that. Anyway, I'll see you guys. Ciao.